last we left off, we continued on our preparations for the quest to come. In a couple of days' time, the party will depart on an airship in the direction of the west. Sorry.
Bless you.
Danke.
No music.
Before that, they have got some time, and right now they are in the city preparing. It is canonically now the 27th of April here in Maracas. We are, on account of the latitude that we're at, it just feels like summer, but it is technically the middle of autumn right now. The party, four members of the party are in the upper city just getting their shopping done while Flora was talking to somebody interesting down in Infernito when she bumped into somebody even more interesting, and we might just see how that wraps up now. But before I do, let me just grab my music. Oh dear. Oh, you youngins, you didn't know back then we made our own music.
In my day.
All right. So let's just pick up with you, Flora. So it's a sunny mid-autumn afternoon down in Infernito. It is scathing hot. The air smells like salt and bird poop, and you realize you still have about 1.5 days to go. What would you like to do?
Well, I just saw with my investigation check, I think it was.
I think it was either history or insight, either way.
Yeah.
You encountered a strange, tall, muscular, mute silver dragonborn who sounded you, asking you for directions to meet your new friend, or maybe foe, Crimbly of Crimbly's Curiosities.
Yeah.
Of course, not really thinking about it much, you just pointed her towards the direction, and strangely, she thanked you before calling you a monster and disappearing.
Yeah.
You introduced now that hearing of the rumors of the terrifying Lady Inquisitor of the Order of the Crooked Man, who supposedly had her tongue cut out so that she would never lie.
I think Flora would silently say under her breath, shikpor, I think is the word that you said.
That it is, shikpor. Which means shitfuck. Which means shitfuck in Sylvan. And you just chase after the direction that you sent the Dragonborn into, I take it.
Yes, and she's going to pull out her bow.
So, let me paint you a picture here. It is the late afternoon. You're on a busy kind of street out in Infernito, which is kind of partially built on the water. You see a bunch of pedestrians walking around. Some of them look at you with a bemused expression as you leap up onto the roofs and start chasing after the dastardly Dragonborn. You hear some cheers from downstairs as the locals here seem absolutely unconcerned with the way you just disrespect street laws, basically, and you run for about half an hour, and give me an athletics check, please.
Can I make it acrobatics instead?
No. So this is you keeping up using your endurance to make it as far as you possibly can.
But I'm running across the roof.
But it's still running.
And you're running for a very long time. See, the acrobatics part of it isn't even a challenge for you. Otherwise, I would have you rolling both. So.
What? I hate athletics.
John, can you beat it? Can you beat a 12?
Athletics is not my good stat.
I know.
I'm not strong.
Flora isn't used to her prey doing as much running. Of course, in her long years of practicing hunting and being on the road, she does have a good bit of muscle, so it's not as hard as it would be. What did you get,
it's a
Laura?
14.
14 all told. That beats the DC. You make it. You make it back to Crumbly's shop without really getting exhausted all that much, and the Dragonborn is nowhere to be seen. So she must be inside the shop. You deduce. You look around you and you see that. One moment, it has gotten awfully quiet around here. You noticed earlier this was a busy harbor street with lots of people talking shit. Not that. Just having a ball out in the harbor. Not pause. Play. You'll never guess which one was the longest playlist. So. Oh, hang on. Now. So. You find yourself outside the shop. It is now late afternoon, about 6 p.m. There's no one around, and the shop seems awfully quiet. Do you proceed?
Can I roll an insight check
What would you like to insight?
to see, like, why it's so quiet? To see, like, if I can spot the Dragonborn?
Then it would be like
Well,
investigation, right? Not insight.
If you want to use your insight to find out,
Check vibe check.
what would the Dragonborn have done? This crazy, scary zealot that you know of. Just to see what would she do in a situation like this, surrounded basically on all sides by the enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a DC 20 insight check. Since he at a disadvantage here.
Okay.
Oh, this music is perfect. I'm clapping myself on the shoulder.
Oh god. I just scuffed it. I got a 19.
You think you might have a clue, and then the clue eludes you.
Oh.
There's only one way to find out, and it's behind that door in front of you.
Then go in.
You open the door. It opens soundlessly. You walk inside and see an almost familiar scene. The same group of tieflings that was discussing a bag of holding earlier is still there. But they all scout around the room and they just have their backs turned to you, staring blankly, it seems, at the bookshelves around you. At a counter, there's the Dragonborn woman you saw earlier, sitting at a chair, her head sunk into a book, and Crimbley is sitting next to her on the ground. She looks up as you come in, and all the other tieflings turn to look at you with a glassy expression. She tilts her head a bit, and instead of her, one of the tieflings starts speaking. You can see it's the tall, burly man with a goatee. He says, "Ah, hello, monster." You can see his face doesn't seem to match his tone, as it seems like something is forcing him to say these things. Another tiefling woman speaks up and says, "Ah, I figured you'd come back after me, though I wasn't sure how long it would take you. Just long enough, it seems." You see Crimbley speaks up, and it seems to hurt him to speak every single word he says. "Go on. Make yourself at home." One of the tieflings shoves you into the room and blocks the door behind you. What do you say?
Can I roll another insight check to see what's going on?
It's not gonna get any easier, but sure. What would you like to insight?
Like, try to, like, understand, like, what's controlling, what's controlling them.
What's controlling the people?
Mhm.
You have the. You don't need to roll for this, but you know instinctively that there's some kind of control spell cast on them. You can see by the
Like,
expression whether just
maybe
general.
what's the way to, like, break it?
What's the way to break it? Give me an Arcana check, DC 10. Under normal
am a-
circumstances, this will come easy to you since you know your fair bit about spellcasting, but in this moment,
Oh, yay!
yes,
Bad 20
a natural 20.
plus 2,
Control
so
spell like
that's
this must
22.
require. Well, a crit is a crit is a crit. You don't need to add anything. Spell like this must require a great deal of concentration. And that's all you remember. All you have to remember, really. You can see the Dragonborn, she's looking at you through silvery eyes. She has a hood down, and a tuft of, like, teal, dark grey hair is just hanging over her face. She doesn't really seem to care much about her appearance nowadays, but everything else, she seems to be wearing, like, a grey cloak, some grey normal slacks, and curiously, long black leather gloves in both of her hands. And she is looking up at you from sitting down and has a book on her lap. Crumbly sitting on the ground next to her and staring at you with a pleading expression. As he says,
Well, you must have come here for a reason, monster.
Teddy, you do have to say something.
Let her go. Let her go.
Can I tell if she's, like, concentrating on the, like, spell?
Of course, yeah, you immediately clock that.
Yeah.
So it doesn't seem hard for her. She seems to have a lot of practice concentrating on this particular control spell. You know, the way to break concentration on a spell would to just hit them real hard and hope that they break concentration. Number 2 would be to get them to concentrate on another spell, such as hold person or hold monster or any other kind of concentration spell.
Hold
Number
me.
3 would be to teleport her away.
Sorry, what was the first option?
Hit her real good.
Oh.
Hit it in the schnoz.
Of course, you can also just convince her to drop concentration, maybe. But she doesn't seem to be outright hostile to you. As you think of an answer, she returns back to her book and starts leafing through it, looking kind of disinterested. As you can hear, the big tiefling man behind you says,
Alright then, just take your time then. I'm sure this is very hard for you.
would you like to take a little bit of time to think of an answer while we go back to the rest of the group?
I'm very tempted. Just to... But then she might just attack Crumbly. I don't... How does Crumbly look? Is he injured?
How does Crimby look? He's not injured at all. He looks fine. He looks extremely distressed. You can see there's pits of sweat underneath. There's like puddles of sweat underneath his pits. Besides
It's
that,
like-
he's
If
He's
I
pretty
attack her, is it likely she'll attack Crumbly?
She doesn't seem poised to attack, but you have no idea. As you noticed earlier, you have no idea to insight what she might do at all. She's a complete wild card. All right, Danny, I'm going to
Yeah,
ha-
come to the
I'm gonna
other
let you. I'm
people.
gonna let you cook. I'm gonna let you cook. I'm gonna turn to something little, just slightly less disturbing. One moment.
We said
Only slightly.
less disturbing.
Xiomara.
Yeah.
We said slightly less. What?
Yeah, slightly less. That's why we are not on our shopping trip.
Ah, yeah.
Mara, it is 4 p.m. on a hot autumn afternoon. You got a lot of shopping to do, so what's it gonna be?
I got a lot of something to do. But first, obviously, I need some paper and some good ink. Because I have plans. Where may I?
Look at that handy little list you sent me. You
I
wanted to
sent
get
you a
some.
little list.
You want to get some paper and ink, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yes, I do want some paper and ink.
Oh,
Plans for writing.
You-
Huh?
you know your professors and your fellow students all bet on a single good shop out there in Las Arcadas called Scrolls and Scripture. It's been run for like up to 100 years by the same old elven craftsman who keeps a really tight shop. You know, everything you get there is top notch, and even some of the secondhand stuff you get there is really good. So I'm assuming you walk down the boulevard, you come into this
Broken
little,
dreams.
That's what I
little
was thinking of.
you come
I'm
into
sorry.
this I'm gonna break all of your dreams, shut up. You come into this little nice corner store, and you can see a tall, lanky elven man is talking to the most beautiful elven woman you've ever seen. Let me just pull her up. Yeah.
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 Can you see her?
Nah, I see,
Oh.
I see.
We know that
No.
person.
Would I immediate question because of my history?
History.
would I
Oh,
would I
history
know
just
who that
sounds
is?
spicy.
You can see the two of them are talking about the quality of paper, and she says she's working on a really important painting about about a member of the family who's going to pass soon. And you turn around, you see Lady Liliana of Saros, who you vaguely remember from some of the parties that your father used to drag you to. And as you come in, the two of them turn to look at you, and she gives you like a wan smile, and she nods at the shopkeeper before she returns to browse the paper section. And the tall man turns to her. You know him to be one Lannis Saris. And turns to you, says, "Ah, good evening, my lord. You haven't been in here for a while, have you?"
Ah, no, things happen and I could not pursue more paper, sadly. But now I'm
I'm
back.
so sorry. I don't mean to be nosy, but I heard you've been seen around the royal palace, really rising up in the world, eh?
Connections. They're always very valuable, and you do what you have to do.
I'll be able to serve you with my good wares.
He winks at you.
But now that you're probably not as interested anymore in, the academic side of life, what can I even do for you? You must have much greater needs. Mind?
I mean, just because I travel a little bit doesn't mean that I do not want to pursue academics anymore. I mean, on the road, there's so much to find and figure out and write down.
Too true. All right then. So what can I do you for?
I would need about 10 pieces of quality parchment and some new ink for the spellbook.
Oh, you're making a new spell book? Of course. I have it on hand. I will run you about. Oh, you're stolen. Otherwise, I would ask for 50 gold pieces for you. 30. How does that sound? Bad. listen to me, Lord Favor, and I have one of the most something that must be very interesting to you. I've got here a used arcane grimoire that just came in from one of the retired students.
Very
On discount, too.
interesting. How much would that run me?
For you, 125. Don't tell anyone, eh?
Can I see the book beforehand?
Yeah, of course. Let me just drop in chat a little beep beep boop, beep 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 boop, beep.
Oh, so true.
A little beep beep boop.
Beep, beep, boop.
A little skibbity bop. Let me just.
A scat man?
I'm just gonna drop in chat here. If you look on Roll20, I have dropped the mechanical. You can see it's a well loved. It's got a well used spine, not too well used. You can see it looks very classy. It has like some mother of pearl and gold inlays, and it's bound in like black leather. And the pages are just covered in very intricately written runes and scripture. I can see it's a very tidy hand.
That's very nice.
It's very nice, eh? And it could be yours, too. For a little favor, that is, now that I think about it.
What's the favor?
Of course. Is the...
He points at the woman across from him in the store.
See my sister over there, she's very sad. Her poor husband is about to pass. Very sad thing that. If you could maybe talk to her. She seems to be in need of an adventurer.
I can try my best. Of course,
I know
yes.
you would, I know you would. You've always been an A student, eh?
You know me.
So, with the papers and the inks and the grimoire, that's come to run you 155 gold pieces.
Of course, thank you. And I hand him the gold very,
He packs
very
it up real nice.
meticulously.
He packs it up real nice and tight in some moleskin, in a moleskin bag, hands it over to you on the wings, and he gestures over to his sister, who's just browsing the stationery, just leafing through a bunch of different kinds of parchment and papyrus and whatnot. And she hears you approach, and she turns around and says, "Oh, hello.
Hello.
Can I help you, dear?"
Of course, yes.
She's actually looking up at you because I forgot you're really tall.
I am really tall. I try to, when I look down, to like look in the general direction of her face and not seem like very condescending, which obviously I have trouble with. Let's
You
be
can
honest.
see, she's got some golden paint on her face, and her makeup just looks really immaculate. She's stunning, absolutely stunning. You seem to remember that Lady Sarah is some kind of painter. A painter happens to be noble. She's a philanthropist. She runs a lot of like galas for charity for like the poor people in the town. And she gives you like an easy smile as you look up, but though you can definitely see some sadness in her eyes.
Okay. I was just like, I'm standing really straight and I try to make a very good impression. Like, yes, good afternoon. I noticed, are you working on a new painting?
Yes, I am actually.
It's for my late husband.
Oh, I've heard from your brother. Like my condolences.
He just can't keep his mouth shut, can he? She gives a little.
Yeah,
bird
you
look
know
over
who he
to-
is.
Well. Far be it from me to judge a shopkeeper from doing his business the way he pleases. Yes, I am looking. I am in need of some assistance for my painting. That's a very rare pigment I have trouble getting my hands on. But I know your name. You seem a little bit familiar.
We have seen each other at some of the festivities before, I believe.
How long have you been doing that? You strike me as a very young kind of student at the university. So, of course, you seem very
family.
well off. Family, oh, of course.
Family is
What, is your
always
father
family.
your father is like a guildmaster, a duke, a wizard?
Something like that, you could say, yeah, but let's just say we don't really talk to each other anymore, so it's very difficult at the moment.
She opens her. She crocks an eyebrow. What do I have to roll for you? Roll me a stealth check, please.
Stealth,
Oh,
okay.
thank you.
Interesting.
Wait, let me. Where are you? Where are you, stealth?
As you're trying to be
Sorry.
extremely unobvious.
Ooh.
You even get a +5.
Her
Oh, dang.
inside just about beats her, and she's like, and her face goes really wide, and she goes, "Xiomara Fawara? Is that you?"
In the flesh.
She goes to take your hands and gives you a very sympathetic look. Oh, I'm so sorry. You've also known tragedy in your life quite recently. If you ever
Thank
hold a
you.
funeral for your good father, I understand you've been separated for a while. Please don't hesitate to invite us. We will be happy to do some of the organizing for you. He was a good friend of the family, you know.
Thank
It's only
you. I
fitting that
know.
you help me now in my our time of need. That is. Very
Of
well.
course, yes.
Lord Favaren, may I call you Xiomara?
Oh, yes, please. The Lord business gets a little bit tiresome after a while, especially now that we're
Thank you, of course.
friends.
Please, call me Lily. Now, the pigment I'm looking for is made from the scale of the Red River. It can only be found far to the west by a place called the Mouth of the World. If you could travel there and fetch me, like, I don't know, 2 to 5 wyvern scales, I'd be obliged to. Let me put it that way.
Right, I can try my best. I do not know when I will get around this, to be honest. We're having a little bit of business at the moment with the prince, but otherwise I will do it as quick as possible. I understand your need.
She shakes her head and smiles, closing her eyes. She lets go of your hands and she says, "Oh, not to worry. Whenever you come across some skills, just bring them by me, and I don't know, we can have a little tea and a chat, and She gets on her tippy toes to whisper in your ear, "I'll pay you most handsomely for every single skill that you bring me."
I will keep it in mind.
Thank you so much. Oh, now, I hope my brother didn't rip you off. You have a great day, my lord. I will see you around.
Same to you, and greetings to your family.
She gives you a bit of a straight face and says, and then smiles again and says, "Yes, of course." So, you get out the shop, swaggering down the street like the biggest a-hole that you are. No. You make your way down the street. You got a few other things on your list, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
You go next to the finest tailor, which is, what's he called? Oh, hang on. Don't I have notes on that? Hang on. You find your way on the on a large like adventuring gear shop, which has a tailor built into it for everyone who doesn't prefer to wear armor like wizards and all that, called Gaskell and Sons. So you can see it's a multi-story store with several counters and very serious-faced dwarven personnel. You can see they're advising all kinds of wizards and fighters and warlocks on what kind of gear they should pick. You can see a very serious-looking dwarven clerk approaches you and says, "Hey, good evening. Can I help you, sir?"
Hi. Yes. I need a new cloak.
Cloak. She takes a look around. She takes a look at your clothes and looks up and down and says, I see. You're about to go on outside the city walls adventure, I take it. Right. If you will, please follow me. So how much do you want to spend on this, Yamada?
I mean, what is the average you spend on something like this? It's like the
See,
pro best shop. I have no idea.
say you want to get like a cloak of protection, but flavor it to be like a poncho, that would run you about like 1,000,
Hmm.
1,500 for a good one. However, you know your way around some bargaining, so. So if you want to bargain, you can just give me like a charisma check, and we can rule how much you can run that down for.
Oh yeah, I would fucking love to bargain. I have some thoughts about a poncho. I'm a very specific customer.
If only you had Flora. She has
Paint
such
me-
good persuasion.
Paint me a picture of the poncho.
Okay,
go.
okay. So it
Quickly.
is very quickly. It's high collared. It is back. It runs me around the lower end of my back. On the inside, there's a lot of secret pockets where I can stash my book, my wand, my staff, like my stuff on the back, obviously everything else. It has a lot of like on the collar, small details with a little bit of gold and pearl inlays. And on the front, it's held together by a lot of very thick black buttons that don't go straight down, but a little bit sideways. That it's diagonally
It's
smooth.
like asymmetrical. I see. Very
Yes,
fashionable.
yes, yes. I
I'm
have
gonna have to
modded
go
it
back
after
to
one
the
of my
segment
own
later
jokes.
and write up a description, and then make a magic item for you. But oh sure, I think I've got something really good for you. Give me a
can
charisma
send
check,
you-
please.
I will
Yeah.
in just a second. I can actually send you the actual poncho that I own because it is modeled after that.
It's more or less that. Yes, please send it to me during the session or after the session, maybe later.
Yeah.
Give me a charisma
Um,
check, please.
Of course. God, I'm so bad today. Like, Jesus.
Ooh, wow.
Oh.
My disease has taken over my dice.
It's the haunting, I tell you.
It is the haunting. It's the beast.
Yeah.
The universe is like, stop lying.
You'll brought Flora with you.
Don't be charismatic.
With a 5 charisma check, you can run that 1.5k down to 1.25k. Which
Yeah,
is
I will
nothing to
take
you,
that.
basically. So, add to your inventory Poncho of the War Mage. A magical cape, very rare. Adds +2 to AC and saving throws, and the wearer may add their intelligence to the AC.
What?
So effectively, your AC just went up by 6.
Damn.
Nay, that's so nice.
The clerk looks at you and says, Do you have any more wealthy friends like that, maybe?
Probably. Should I send him your way?
Absolutely. I wouldn't mind that. No, I hope this thing serves you very well. So,
I will tell them of your good deeds.
thank you. You can see, evening comes into Maracas. You can hear the squall of seagulls as, the sun sets behind on the ocean. Wait, does it say the ocean? Yeah, the ocean is to the east. We play back a couple of hours and come back to Stacy, Seti, and Azizi. Now, you wanted to go to a jeweler, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's me and the boys.
Yeah, let's go.
Stacy, you have the exhausted-looking Azizi. You don't know what he's been doing all day. Kind of hectically walking next to you, and on the other side you have the tall, stoic, kind of dumbfounded, but that's just his face, looking Seti, as they accompany you through the street, and Seti just kind of points you the way, shows you where to find the place. Of course, you have a little piece of paper, or was it enough? Whatever. Mateo gave you the address of a jewelry store that had recently been robbed. So now all the prices are on sale while the jeweler tries to rebuild the store. So, you come across the building. It has a beautiful front building. It's kind of got what do you call it? It's got a buttress in front. And the pillars of the buttress are kind of engraved with gold, and there's like vines growing over it. It's really nice. You come in and it smells like perfume. Smells like perfume, soup, and charcoal for some reason. You can see there's you can see there's nobody inside the shop, just some customers looking at some jewelry, and in the back you can hear the rancor of somebody moving through boxes as a short gnomish lady comes out of the back carrying a box that's as big as her, and she says, be with you in a second. So, she approaches the front desk and says, hello there. So, can I help you?
Yes, indeed. I have the scam. And Stacy turns to her backpack and whispers into it, "Come on, give me the gem."
You see, Peligro comes crawled out and hands you the little gem, which I think we decide is like small, like kind of rectagonal, quadragon.
An intricately cut and engraved amethyst, faintly humming a melancholic melody. You gave me as
Oh yeah,
description.
it goes like.
Mood.
Very sad amethyst. Peligro gives it to you and gives you a little smirk before it disappears back into the recesses of your backpack. And you give it up. You hand it over to the clerk, and she says, "Oh yeah. This is a very, very nice gem. Where did you find it? It seems to be magical."
You find it, you pick it up, you put it in your backpack.
It's easy. You see the face of a woman who has never had to interact with a poor person in her life, and she's just like, "Oh no, I have no idea how to relate to this." Sadie, you see the clerk make big eyes for no reason. She says, "Oh, of course. Are you some kind of adventurer?"
Yes.
She nods sagely and says, Right. Just so you know, there's a little sink where you can wash your hands before you come in there at the front desk." And she continues to say, yes, I assume you would like to have this inlaid into some kind of jewelry?
Yes, of course. It should be wait, what is it called again? Halskette.
Necklace.
Necklace, yes. But why should I wash my hands? They're perfectly clean. As she looks to her hands with some blood splinters in there and the mud and some plant stuff.
You can see one of the persons from behind the shop was just looking your way randomly, and he tends to look at you. He looks down at your hands disapprovingly. He wiggles his finger, and all the grime and schmutz is gone from your hands. And
Yes, I said.
And he says,
Oh, no need to thank me.
and he goes back to perusing the shop. You can see it's a very tall, extremely pale elven man with long white hair and deep, almost snow blue eyes. You can tell he's a kind of wizard. He goes back to perusing the jewelry. So, I assume you explain to the shopkeeper what you want the necklace to look like?
Oh yeah, but it's just like a pretty simple silver weaving,
Yeah.
because then it's a little bit more sturdy, but
course,
also
of
not
course.
too fancy.
She gives you a horrified expression. She says, "Yes, of course, nothing too fancy." Aziza, you kind of catch her eye starting to twitch a little. Yes, of course. I'll have it done tomorrow morning. Hopefully to your expectations, though. Of course, we have a very strict refund policy. If you're not happy within 2 weeks, you can always hand it back in. And yes, we'll run you about. She gets out a little device which you assume to be some kind of calculator, some kind of abacus kind of thing. She turns around some dials, hits the button, it goes. Ding! Ah, yes. All services included. That would be 1,000 gold pieces, please. You can pay half now and half when it's arrived, if you like.
Oh well, 1,000 we can't do, right, Peligro?
Peligro comes out and shows you your big old bag of money. You have about 6,000 gold pieces just on you, just clinking all about. It's a miracle you haven't been mugged yet, frankly.
Trying to barter in a hamster. Just like, but you lost it.
But
You have cash.
but Peligro looks at you, giving you a skeptical expression, and you can see his beady eyes are trying to tell you that you should barter. Because there's nothing she can add to this gem to make it more valuable than it already is. That's already pretty valuable. So really, it's her privilege to be working with such great materials.
Stacy nods to
Stacy,
Peligro.
Coolster, behind the DM screen, I'm just gonna tell you, if you try to do a barter check, I'm gonna give you a +5 to that.
Of course,
Nice.
Stacy tries to barter.
You can't be worse than I am bartering. Like, go for it.
What do you say? What do you say?
So yeah, Stacy goes like, best I can do is 700.
Give me a persuasion check, please.
Persuasion.
Again, you can add your wisdom and a 5 to that.
I already have a +5 to persuasion, so
Thanks
then
to
it
your
would be a
wisdom?
+10.
Jesus.
No.
Yes, go on. Give me a +10 roll. If you can beat a 20, which should be trivial to you.
So it's like RD20 +10, right? Should be like this.
Correct.
Wow. Okay, of course.
Perfect.
She
Nice,
looks a little,
very good.
She looks a little helpless for a moment. She says, I'm sorry, but I cannot possibly go down with my price, you understand? I was robbed recently, and frankly, I think you'll be more than happy with my services. 1,000 it is. You can pay 500 now if you like.
A little bit moved by the story, Stacy goes like, well, okay, I give you 800.
Give me a persuasion check at disadvantage, please.
Persuasion.
Relentless bartering.
Can't blame a girl for trying.
Everybody gets fucking robbed in this city.
Oh my fucking
So
god.
this is the first persuasion. Roll the first one and the second one. It's still 15.
She pauses for a moment. It says, 400 will do. Thank you. She takes your money before you try to barter again, and takes the gem and turns to your two companions and says, all right, son. Anything I can do for your friends?
Daisy counts her money in front of the lady because she does not trust her that she only took 800.
She took 400, and
Okay.
she's counting on you to give the other 400 to her the next morning. Azizi and Steady, anything you'd like to do in this jewelry shop or even later?
In my case, in the jewelry shop, I'm actually looking around for magical rings.
Look around for a magical ring. Anything in particular? Any kind of effect you're looking for?
I was interested, but it might be too expensive into a ring of evasion.
Evasion gives you constant dodge, right?
3 charges of dodge. No, it's like when you fail a dexterity saving throw, you can use your reaction to expend one of its charges to succeed it.
Gotcha. What do you know? She has just another one in stock of those. You can see it's a neat little thing. It's like made out of white gold, and it's got some mother of pearl inlay. very beautiful, and it doesn't really seem to suit your style that much, but for some reason it calls to you. You ring it up by her, and she's like, "Oh yes, of course." And you can add a ring. Was it evasion to your inventory for 500?
All right, deal.
Chink! It's easy.
Chink indeed.
Daisy
I'm
looks
not
to
even,
Sassetti,
talking.
shakes her head, and she mumbles, "Not even trying to barter. What a
But-
shame."
I am
It's
a
easy.
goody two shoes. I don't bother.
It's easy. You of course have your own business, and you know a thing or two about checkdowns. So, what's it gonna be, bitch boy?
I actually want to check out the white-haired elven man. I want to know if I know that guy. I want to know if that guy is sus. I want to know if that guy's weird. The
So
voices in my
the two
head
I
are
wanna
telling me
eject
to do
him.
this.
So the other two are just trying to fleece this poor, hardworking woman who's kind of classless.
Yep.
Walk over to the disinterested, tall elven man. As you catch him from behind, you can see he's got these dark blue robes, long, beautiful white hair, set into a braid. It's kind of slung over his shoulder. You can see he's got a very, like, beautiful, effeminate face, just kind of looking at the jewelry, not really looking interested. He's got perfect marble skin, except for dark rings around his eyes.
Just like me.
Give me insight or history.
Inside or history.
I'm gonna guess you're gonna go with history.
History's pretty good. Can't even find
Give me that
insight
check,
in the
bitch
list.
boy.
Whoa! Okay, calm down. Unnecessary, I would say, but okay.
You look on the sorry, I've stood up to stretch my legs. Let me just come close to my microphone. You look at his cloak. You see it billowing in a strange way, and it reminds you strangely of Flora.
Huh.
You can also tell something about the way in which he speaks. He seems to have the same accent as her, though it's just slightly different. You notice a ring seemingly made of ebony around his ring finger. You notice there's nothing really metallic about on him. Like all his jewelry seems to be made out of ebony or bone. And he's just eyeing one of those. He's just eyeing like a little brooch. And he looked, and his eyes just kind of split over to you without the rest of his body turning. His head.
Can I help you at all?
No. I was just wondering. You seemed a little familiar, but I must have been mistaken. You're clearly not from here. He tries to be.
He turns to you. You can see. You find yourself unable to look away as he looks at you with those big, ice white eyes. You see something strange.
Oh no.
Oh, sorry, didn't catch your name there. Mind if I take it?
Your response. Aziz's, does little bro know? Does little bro know? Because I know. Would he know? I'm sure he would know, right? Like,
First off, let me just narrate this. If you were looking at Azizi at this moment, you can see him just kind of talking to this tall, beautiful elven man, not really getting a reaction, and as he tries to turn away, he's stopped as the tall man turns around completely, stares him down, and Azizi freezes.
Yep.
And if you know him at all, you would know that internally right now he's screaming.
Yep.
That's gonna be a DC 5 history.
Okay. That's
You grew up in a city
yeah.
built by the people who hunt fairies.
Yeah. It makes sense.
Sorry that the voices brought you into this.
Yeah, thank you, the voices. Uh-huh.
So, look at the guy. He's like, oh, hang on, something ain't right. I feel like I've heard a nursery rhyme about this.
One or two.
One or two, maybe 50.
Perhaps.
It occurs to you, giving him your name might not be the best idea.
Very sorry, stranger, but I actually don't have a name. Best lie he could come up with. On the spot. Idiot. Idiot behavior.
For a moment he looks annoyed, but then he grins widely and says,
Very good. Very good. I'll just be about your way then.
he disinterestedly turns back to looking at jewelry.
Azizi goes. Azizi stands behind Seti. Like, okay.
Hiding behind him.
Yes.
Alright, does that conclude your business at the jeweler's?
Yeah, I think so.
How much did Stacy notice from that with my passive perception of 22?
Ooh. Everything.
You noticed everything. You noticed that Azizi tried talking to a guy, noticed that he was wrong, and then the guy said something to him that was so offensive that Azizi died and came back to life. Apparently.
So
Okay,
He
Stacy stares right into the eyes of this elf. She quickly lets her eyes turn silvery and her grin becoming a little bit more dragonish, but just
Yes.
for a blink of a second, and yeah, then turns away and takes her boys and leave.
You can see the elf in quotation marks looks at you and actually gives you a flirtatious wink.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
At the top of the session, Danny rolled a 6. I didn't have to look up much because I know the 6 is the same for every player. The person who can make me cry
Oh.
wins today's session. So,
did I already do it with my poor bartering?
No, that was a laugh.
cry laugh.
you almost made me cry laughing, so you almost won the session, Stacey.
Ah.
Such a graphic moment.
The reward the session is gonna be a big one too, so you maybe want to get on that. You maybe go on,
Might be
start
a
abusing
flan.
me, I guess.
Well, I can't even compete.
You can still make me cry. I mean, if you want. So now that we're back, Flora,
Dun,
we're
dun,
back
dun.
a few hours ahead, when it's already early evening. A hush has fallen over the harbor side, and you're in an enchanter's shop, surrounded by customers and the patron who've been mind controlled by a curious silver dragonborn woman sitting in front of you. She's waiting for a response, having asked you through the mouths of the people standing around you why you've come here.
I'm guessing it's not possible for me to, like, try to sneak attack her.
Walk me through that. How would you do that? By distracting her? She has 10 pairs of eyes on you right now.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. I don't think it's possible for me to sneak attack her.
Right. I want you to succeed in anything you might want to do, so we've discussed ways in which you can break her concentration. You just do not seem... You can also just talk to her, that just seems to be what she wants you to do. More than that, if you want to attack her, we can decide it by a quick roll of initiative to see if you can act quick enough before the 4 armed tieflings around you spring to action.
Do I have, like, any idea of, like, what her, like, AC might be? Like, any way I could figure that out?
Curious? Give me a perception check, why don't you?
Sure.
DC, let's call it a 17.
Okay.
I rolled a 6, but let's call it a 17.
I've got a plus 11! Game Master, I've got advantage! Oh dear. Oh.
So a 23.
She's doing her darndest to hide just how much potential she has. But she's not more clever than you. She's not wearing any armor at all. All she has is the robes and the leather gloves, as far as you can tell. You can see there's some bulking up underneath her clothes, but you can tell those are just her scales, and the scales are going to be the difficult thing to get to. You give her about a 19.
Okay. Okay.
So a 19, she's going to be kind of hard to hit, especially because you can tell she's not just big and bulky, she also seems to be very dexterous. So maybe her natural reflexes are going to help her with avoiding an attack.
Mm-hmm.
Like we said, it's gotten awfully quiet. The only sound you can hear is just her leafing through the book she's reading right now. You can also tell she hasn't got any arms on her. That is, weapons. She does have 2 arms.
You now notice she's crippled.
I mean, we know she's disabled because she's mute already, so. Hey, you wouldn't hit a disabled person, would you, Flora?
Oh, you could ask anyone in the party say no, but Flora?
Right, Flora.
I'm going to keep one hand on my bow for now and sign with one hand, and speak. What exactly do you want with Crimbly?
As your hand moves to your bow, you can see every one of the tieflings around you gets out their weapon. See the guy behind you has a big warhammer. There's a guy standing next to Crimbly there's a woman standing next to Crimbly. A big blue tiefling was complimenting you earlier. She gets out a dagger and puts it to his throat. Across the room is a yellow tiefling with a crossbow, and kind of standing in between you and Crimbly and the Dragonborn is a black tiefling with a long sword, and they each draw their weapons. And you can see the blue tiefling with the knife says,
I had my bow out the whole time, by the way. Before all
I'm
this.
assuming you're just kind of getting ready to. You're just kind of bracing yourself. You're like changing your posture.
Yeah.
Each get out the weapon.
Kind of relaxed now.
You're relaxed now.
Yeah. So why are they arming themselves now? I don't know why.
They're just kind of jumpy. They see you change your posture, and the blue tiefling looks at you with glassy eyes and twitchily says, No. Let's not do anything hasty. There's no reason for you to sign. I can hear you just fine. It's just my tongue isn't what it used to be. Luckily, these locals have aided me in that way. Crimbly says, You ask what I want? I just want to talk. You're a ranger, aren't you? A ranger goes camping, and when you find a spider in your camp, what do you do with it? You don't squash it. If you squash the spider, that just attracts more spiders. No. Gently take it outside of your tent. And that's what I intend to do with you and your kind. You see the Dragonborn gently closes the book and puts it back on the counter before standing up and looking at you. He cocks her head and another tiefling keeps talking. I'm assuming you had an endgame when you came in here. What might that be? I'm not asking for your whole life story, I'm just curious as to what you're doing in my city. It takes a lot of spine. Maybe not a lot of sense to make your way all the way here knowing this place's history.
especially for you and
She points over at the Dragonborn points over at Crumbly.
him.
It's not exactly your city anymore. Your order was what's the word?
Banished? Expulsed? Banned?
Disassembled.
Disassemble. Okay. You see the blue the red tiefling behind you at the door goes.
If that's what you think, then we've done everything right. Alright then. Maybe it isn't my city at the moment, but I'd still feel protective of it. Protected of it and what your people might do to it. No offense, of course. I'm sure you're a perfectly well-mannered monster who just came here to travel through on the look for something. Shopkeep?
And you see the Dragonborn turns over to Crimbley, and Crimbley seems to be released from control and says, I'm sorry, Flora, I told them everything. Right, goes the tiefling across the room with the crossbow. You're looking for somebody important to you. Well, I hope your search here in this fine town concludes soon, so I can release you. Otherwise, I might have to use a little bit more persuasive power. Since we're here now, we might as well chat a little. Why don't you take a seat and take a hand off that beautiful bow of yours? You can see the blue tiefling relaxes and puts her knife away and releases Crimbley. As the Dragonborn just sits back down and regards you, kind of with a bored expression. She's got her hand rest. She's got her face resting on one of her hands.
Oh, and then, how can I make you leave this town faster?
Would I be quick enough to attack the Dragonborn before the Tiefling could re-grab Crimbley again?
You can see Crumbly is walking over to you. If you still want to attack, I would like you to give me an initiative roll. I'm just going to do contested initiative here. Just have to beat a 17.
It's good. So, initiative. So, a 24.
So you're shooting at her, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Give me the attack roll. You know the AC.
I'm going to use the sharpshooter feat.
Okay. So you're gonna got a penalty to your attack roll and get a bonus to your damage.
Yeah. So.
Good. Good.
So does. So a 22 hits.
A 22 hits. She's going to have to pass an 11 concentration check, And she has advantage on this, so I'm just going to cast that. You can see, quick as anyone could do, you knock an arrow and immediately pull it into her. It lands in her shoulder. And you can see she's taken she doesn't even flinch. As, you can see the blue tiefling takes out 2 daggers and starts charging at you, while the red tiefling behind you takes out, uses his big hammer and puts you in a vice grip with it. Let me just grab a different playlist for this.
The ambient music in the background. Just...
Doo doo. I'm going to need you to give me a strength saving throw, please.
Great.
Or rather, give me athletics or acrobatics of your choice. I think that's fairer.
Please give me acrobatics.
Do I have any good combat music? There you go.
26.
26. Let's see here. He does not grapple you. You are now on your feet. You are surrounded by a bunch of tieflings attacking you. Crimbly is still crawling across the ground. We're not gonna
do
play
I
out the
still
entire
need to roll damage for the arrow?
Well, you got 22 damage, didn't you?
No, that was just the attack roll. I still need to
Sure, roll
roll
damage. Roll damage. Might
Okay.
even have to re-roll the concentration checks then.
Right.
So, let me just grab this scene for a moment. Flora fires an arrow into the Dragonborn. She flinches and, no, she doesn't flinch. She just has an arrow bird in her shoulder now, and, she stares down Flora while all the tieflings in her control start charging at her. The big red tiefling behind her tries to, restrain her with his hammer, and fails, as she just nimbly slips through that. And, what's the damage?
So it's 20 piercing.
Mm-hmm.
3 psychic. 4 cold damage.
It's reduced down to 2,
Okay.
which means we have a total of 25.
Yeah.
So 25 still makes it with a 24 concentration check. Good. So we don't need to reroll any of that. So, what's your plan now? Do you stand your ground, or do you grab Crimbly and run? Gonna give you 2 options here, and if you can make a decision soon, that'd be great.
I'm going to stand the ground for now.
Fight.
All right. So
See
here's
ya.
what happens. The strangest thing happens. The Dragonborn does not seem interested in fighting you at all. However, you still need to take on the tieflings, of course. You are a bit more of a seasoned adventurer. You are level 4. They are each about level 3. Why don't you give me a d20 roll?
A D20. Okay.
To determine how handily you make it out of there.
18.
With an 18, which is almost maximum. It doesn't take you long, but you do take 4 bludgeoning damage in combat, and you dispose of each of them very fast.
Quick question.
Yeah.
when I was with Crimbly and having tea time, did I take a short rest?
Yeah.
Okay.
You all took a short rest after the combat with what's his face?
The plan.
Goodman.
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 Okay. Okay.
Saul Goodman.
Saul Goodman,
Yeah,
baby.
so-
My favorite lawyer.
So now
It's all good,
okay,
it's all
that's
good, man.
good. I'm only at 40 hit points then.
Beans. Anyway. So you are now in Crimbly's store, surrounded by a bunch of corpses.
Corpses.
And
Or did I knock them out?
Crimbly's just kind of
Did I kill them
What?
or did I knock them out?
You tell me.
Murderer.
You tell me.
Murderer.
Knock them out.
Yeah.
Bunch of unconscious bodies lying around you. You can see there's not. It didn't make a lot of noise, and you'd think somebody would have called the guards by now, but it seems to be all quiet out on the street. You can see the Dragonborn hasn't moved at all. Of course, it only took you about like 20 to 30 seconds to take care of all of them. And she's still looking at you unimpressed, and she signs at you now and says, well, this conversation's gonna take a little bit longer now then, thank you for that. Just what were you trying to achieve?
I signed back to her. You were the one who threatened me.
Let's not argue semantics about this. I posed a very simple question. How can I make you leave this town faster? I see. You're a shoot first kind of person. She gets up and looks into the eyes. I'm not going to need you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Do I add my proficiency?
Yes.
Yay!
What you get?
I haven't finished rolling.
You want to go high here, really high.
Why did I close my calculator?
No.
No. The numbers are lost.
24.
Incredible. Your will stands strong, but not strong enough. You can see into her eyes, and it's like you're falling down a well. There's nothing you can see about her face. As the world around you starts spinning, and you drop to your knees, nauseous. And you hear a voice in your head, screaming, shouting. It's a clamor, not unlike the ringing of the city like alarm bell. It says, "Sit down. You stand now before my chosen. Her voice is absolute, and your will falter." And she looks down at you, and you can hear a very calm, collected voice in your head now saying, "Oh, very well. All the signing makes me tired, you know. Now that you've finally learned manners and sat down before your elders, let us talk like civilized folk." She kneels in front of you and she takes off one of her gloves. She takes off her right glove, revealing a metal hand underneath. She's got a prosthetic.
No. Oh, no.
She lifts up your head, your bobbing head by your chin, and you can feel a light sizzle down on your chin as she looks into your eyes and says, "You know, when the spider comes back, however, sometimes maybe you do have to squash it. You know what would be a plausible story to tell today? That I came here shopping and we were ambushed by a very unhappy customer
who decided to attack all of the customers and even the shop owner, killing him in the process. That would be a very plausible story to tell, wouldn't it? After you've already been a wanted murderer here in the city. At some point you would have nowhere left to run and you would have to leave. And I would be happy and you would no longer be chased, which I guess is not preferable to what I'm offering you now. So, pay attention, will you? She takes her hand off your face and stands back up. I came here today, in case you were wondering, because an artifact recently destroyed half the city and led to the expulsion of my order. Not the dismantlement, make no mistake. I despise something that can open holes into other planes and bring in monsters like yourself, furious and frenzied and attacking civilians. Thus I found out where it was stored before it went wild, and she gestures at the store around her. As she takes steps leading away from you, you can hear the chink, chink of her feet, which you realize now also made out of iron. What do you know? It was kept as a curiosity by none other than a Fae. Now, if he had wanted destruction upon the city, then he probably wouldn't have kept it safe. But his whole store was burnt down, in a city populated by tieflings. And he kept something so dangerous here that his irresponsibility borders on either foolishness or malice. Thus, I've made him an ultimatum. You can see Crimbley is shivering up behind you. He's got a fortnight. So do you. You can vacate the premises or be vacated. Make no mistake. My order may have fled from the surface, but we are still everywhere. And every one of us you kill will be one less weak person to fill our ranks. More strong persons to take their place. So, little monster, I've got my eyes on you. She picks up the book she put on the counter before and shoves you aside as Krim just kind of flees to the back corner, and she leaves and disappears. Let me just change the playlist.
Let's go, DJ.
Did I actually take damage for that? Or can I heal from that or anything?
You mean the full bludgeoning?
The like her touching me with the iron.
You take one necrotic damage that can't be healed, yes. You can't heal it, unfortunately. Sure, you have a scar now on your chin.
But scars do you beautiful.
You are left in the shop, full of unconscious people, Crimbley sweating profusely and still shivering, and sitting next to you. You've just survived an encounter with one of the most vicious Fae killers in existence, and only because she couldn't be bothered to kill you. What'll it be, Flora?
I'm just gonna say, like, probably just say we're like a bunch in Sylvan and Primordial, like, and Pride, and throw my bow on the ground.
You cry as you notice all the noise finally returns to the street. The creaking of the planks, the squall of seagulls. It appears Justicia's presence has ripped the place of all of its sound, but now that she's gone, it's returned. Crimbley, still shaking, comes over to give you a gentle ginger hug and says, in Sylvan, says, I'll be fine. We'll recover from this this could have gone much worse, but she asked me about my shop and why I didn't insure it against flames, and I think that was, if that wasn't a veiled threat, I don't know what it was. Don't worry, I'll have all of your stuff ready by tomorrow, but I think I might have to leave this city for good.
This isn't fair.
I don't know what to tell you, child. It's as she said, it's not our world here. We weren't made to live here, and whether we like it or not, the Order does have a point. At least, they have pointed weapons which they like to point at us. Huh. Let me see about. Let me look at your chat.
Box.
Well. Everyone who's old and charred is that way for a reason. Trust me, I'm speaking from experience. Let me look at your face. And he starts like looking at your face. Says, oh. Is this your first iron burn?
Yes.
I've treated a few, but it will take some time. We have to wake up these customers. Oh dear. I hope they won't remember anything. As you recover from that, yes?
What does like the scar look like? Does it look like a finger, or is it just like a little scar?
You know, when a really big burn blister heals over and becomes kind of warped and it looks like your face melted a little bit, you know? It doesn't look specifically like a finger.
I could hide it as like, just like I hit my face or something.
You hit your face with a hot frying pan, and that's it.
Yeah.
Not to make light of a dark situation, but we resolve that later, even if it's just in like a sentence. And for now, we return to Xiomara.
Yeah.
You go back to uni, huh? All these years, you finally want to continue your studies, or do you? You hit the campus. You can see there's still some people out playing hacky sack and whatever students do. I can see. You can see the bugbear student from earlier, from I think it was yesterday. Yes, from the day before, still sitting on the grass again, but this time he's not smoking a fat doobie. Excuse me. He's actually got his face covered deep in a book, and he's in the exact same space. He looks up at you and smiles and says,
"Oh, hey, sir. Shit. What fucking happened at your dorm, mate?"
You don't want to fucking know, dude.
Roll me either persuasion or intimidation.
Oh god.
Let's see if he's wise enough to finally catch the hint and stop talking to you.
No, he can talk to me, but it's not gonna end well for him. It's persuasion or intimidation, right?
Pick one.
I'm gonna do persuasion because that's better.
Well.
Jesus
And he
Christ!
starts laughing. He starts laughing like you just told him an in-joke. He's like,
"Oh, you're funny. Oh, we should hang out some more, dude."
No.
Better get back to my abjuration studies. All right, yeah.
He turns away from you and keeps reading.
God, I fucking hate this dude.
His name is Imp, which I think is short for Imperious. Yeah, Imperious.
Imperialismus.
It's written. You've got on the back of your grimoire. You've got a list of people who are just plain annoying. Top of that list is your late father, who you've since crossed out. A couple other names, which you can feel free to divulge another time. And at the very bottom is Imp, who's just written several times over. He's like bold and underlined several times.
It's like written with so much anger that the paper started to rip a little bit around his name. Yeah.
So you go to your dorm, which since has been strangely repaired. It seems like somebody cast a lot of prestidigitation and kind of got it back into working order. Of course, your door is kind of stuck, so you can't open it completely, but that's fine, you guess. You put your stuff in your shelves in your desk, and you are here on a mission, aren't you?
I'm here on a super duper mission. Okay. Can I find the professor I talked to when I first returned, whose name I sadly forgotten because my notes are not here at the moment.
You're looking for Professor Yendero.
Yes.
Sure enough, he's the you have conjuration, right?
Yeah.
You find the conjuration professor. You go to the division of conjuration. In the study hall, 16B. He's still giving a late night class to a bunch of favorite students. You used to attend these classes back when you were under his wing. And you come in, you kind of quietly sit down in one of the seats. The students below you just kind of look up, and a few of them smirk. And Yindero is not getting disturbed by this. He keeps going, and he finishes the session. And after class, you go down to him, and he gives you a knowing look. It doesn't look either friendly nor disappointed. It's just kind of a neutral look, that kind of all professors have. And he starts stroking his beard and says, "Well, student, how can I help you?"
Good evening. I have a strange favor to ask.
Favors, And why do you think you would be owed such a favor?
Because it's
Lord
not for
Following?
me.
Then whom do I
It's,
owe this favor?
What do you want to know? The uppermost person that he would owe this favor to, or all of the other people beyond him?
Oh, so you're here on the mission of the Archmage.
More like Prince, but okay.
Well, I'll be. He starts chuckling a little bit. Very well, I'll take you off the clothesline, Siamana. What do you want? You can
I
ask
need to
anything.
go. Okay, thank you. I need to look into the basement, into the a tresor. You know what I mean? Where the adventuring group has left the apparently broken blue lamp, because some stuff has come up, and I don't quite trust that.
You wish to look at the blue lamp? Roll credits. No.
This is the name
How
of the
the
show.
companion ends.
Is that the name of the show?
He leads you to the Archwizard's offices, which you see is kind of a palatial building. Got a big tower at one end of it, which you used to study with the Archmage themselves back when you're still an active student at the university. He leads you to a large vault. And you can see it's a big locked door, and you can see it's actually ajar. And he says,
"Oh, this does not bode well. Hello?"
You look inside the vault. You see that somebody actually tried to come in. You can see,
as I thought.
you can see a drow rogue
The
in
truth.
full assassin gear has come in, a drogue, if you will. It's lying on the ground, seemingly unconscious, and his body is still smoking. Over him stands the most intimidating, bulky golem you've ever seen. And it's just kind of standing in standby, but you can still hear some gears whirring inside of it.
Oh, those kids.
Says Yandaro, continues.
Every now and then we get some idiot trying to get into the Archmage's vault. Very well. As you can see, it is still firmly secure. This is Well, I've been told the artifact has been left.
I would
kind of
love to
planet
see the
transformer.
artifact.
Oh, I'm afraid that will be quite impossible. See, only one
Why?
person has access to these vaults, and that's the Archmage himself.
Of course, it's never easy, is it? Okay.
Give me a. Give me an intelligence check.
Okay,
Let's
wait.
call it DC 12.
Oh, finally! Like,
You remember your friend Cesari? Might not know. It might not look like it, but he's actually working for a criminal organization which has shown interest, as far as you know, in obtaining the blue lamp. And technically, Cesari, you assume, might be sent sometime to retrieve the lamp. Maybe even you might even be able to join him before you have to depart. And you wouldn't even have to steal the lamp if you just want to have a look at it. You think this over, and Yandera says,
I will retire for the night, of course, not until I've made mention to the guard of this intruder and deactivate the golem. And
you can see he's scratching his bald head and says,
it's gonna be a long night. Well, anything else I can help you with, Sio? Anything you would like to catch up on? Otherwise, I
Yes.
recommend you retire for the night.
yeah, I think I've thought about my studies for a little bit, and maybe we'll talk soon again, but I cannot say
Of
anything
course, I'd be
more.
delighted. Whatever you'd like to talk about. My door's
Yeah.
always open. Unless they're not, in which case, please don't bother me.
you kind of
I will.
leave the scene. Is there anything else you would like to talk about or investigate here at the university?
Investigate or talk about no. The
Okay, let's
only other
say-
thing is like in the night before I go to bed, but we can do that later. That's
Let's say it's about 8 p.m. We turn now to me trying and failing to quickly grab another playlist.
Smooth.
We turn now back to Azizi, Stacy, and Cesare. So let's just start with you, Az. What you doing, Boyle?
What am I doing? I'm shadowing Cesare. I am on mission. I am following. I'm observing. I'm taking notes. Literally, it's weird. If you
What's
notice,
kind of going
does he
through
notice
your?
this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Are you trying to hide it?
I mean, a little. Yeah.
Right.
Would I
let's
even
just say,
notice if it were?
DC 5 perception check, Sari. If you want to investigate this.
Easy 5
Otherwise-
perception, Stacy chuckles.
But to say my passive is 12, eh? Just so you know.
Mm-hmm.
Perception.
Okay. Let's just say, Stacy, you're just nibbling on something, a cookie or something. I don't know.
Of course, I'm always
And you
eating.
give very suspicious eyes to Zizi and Cesare.
Damn.
I give them
Holy
side
moly,
eyes.
a 20?
Yep.
Damn, boy.
So much effort for checking out if the
Such a
weird
low,
guy is taking notes.
such a low DC. We're approaching, let's say, 6 p.m. You've basically dealt with all of your business in the uptown, and you're about to get ready to get an air gondola down into Infernita so you can meet up with your friend Corin. As we do this, what's kind of going through Seti's head as you're not really sure what you're getting into right now?
Well, I am not smart, so probably not a lot's going on in that head.
Okay.
Good place to start.
So you're
No,
the way society deals with anxiety is that he does not think.
well,
Oh my god.
can't have anxiety if you can't realize what's going on.
Relatable.
Yeah. You just kind of try not to give yourself any kind of expectations as you make your way. Stacy kind of walking ahead of you, while you're trying to make sure she doesn't get lost. It's easy, very obviously trying to shadow you. You realize now whatever deal he made with the matriarch and involved him having an eye on you, though you know, of course, you can trust Azizi. as
Of
much as you can
course.
trust anyone. You take the air gondola down to Invernito, and what do you know?
What do
Don't
I
even
know?
have to look for them; they just appear. Let me see. What? Do I have a little portrait ready for them? I do.
Mary of
Hmm.
so
It's them.
It's them.
It's Gorn.
Our little guy. Gender neutral.
exactly.
Gender neutral. You can see the little deep dwarf barbarian comes charging at you, gives you a big hug. Give me a strength saving throw, please. as they try to tackle you down again.
Let's say I'm getting tackled. Just barely.
You stand your ground. You're like, oof. And they say, "Ah, there you are. I was getting anxious. There's too much fresh air up here. City, I don't know what's happened. Let's find a quiet corner, okay?"
Okay.
As you find a quiet corner to talk about what Goran has discovered, we enter into another 5-minute break. Sadie, Stacy, and Azizi, you take Goran aside and they try their best to calm down, which of course is kind of hard for somebody of such short temper and short stature. No offense.
Okay, I see this.
Calm down enough to tell you that they managed to find your old master Gage, who was being chased by a strange invisible creature. And he took refuge somewhere in the harbor district in one of the warehouses where he's been holding out so far. And Goran sent a message for Sadie as fast as they could, while they've been kind of on the lookout trying to keep Gage safe. Gage, of course, is your old master, and a middle-aged, portly, locked-on man who's still a very a very strong monk. Like, he taught you everything you know, basically. Everything that you haven't, learned on your own. So, while we approach, dusk, it's now 7 p.m., the air's getting kind of fresh, the seagulls are getting louder and quieter again. As you make your way down... As you make your way to the warehouse, I'm assuming.
Well, I am, for learning this, I am going there. I don't know if anybody's gonna follow me.
Who's following Seri? All of you?
Me.
Yeah. Well, Stacy would ask Sassetti if it's okay if she joins him.
Of course. I mean,
Cool beans.
In a
Does it
chipper
even
voice,
matter
she
who
says,
the person-
"Okay, I take along," and then you see her jumping away.
perfect.
Very cute. Let me just get some things ready. What might she mean by things? Could it be stat blocks?
Maybe we can talk our way out.
Social encounter.
Hell yeah.
I
My
keep
minus 2
hoping.
charisma will fix it, don't worry.
Again, I keep hoping that you're just so deadpan that the bad guy has nothing to say. You come across the warehouse, you can see it looks like it wasn't in use until like a year ago, but it has since been abandoned. It, besides getting dark outside, you can actually see that there's nothing coming out of the windows. It's completely dark. The front entrance is slightly ajar, and would be no problem for anyone to get in. Of course, you can see at each of these intersections with the crosswalk, you would have a chance to just kind of climb into a window inside if you want. And Goran says, "This is the last place I saw him. He went inside, and I know this afternoon it went really quiet. I don't know what's happening in there." Sure. Let me just... Yep, go ahead.
Let me take a look.
What you gonna do?
On a stealth, and start to sneak up to one of the windows and try to peer in.
So the window is about 18 feet or 6 meters up. If you want to just kind of climb up there, you can either give me a acrobatics or athletics check.
Acrobatics it is. And I crit!
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
25.
Let's go.
As if you were an actual snake, you just kind of slither your way up. I'm still...
Stacy shivers a little bit.
And 19 on the stealth.
Damn.
Oh, you want to go in stealthily?
Yeah.
Not guns blazing, I see.
I want to scout ahead first to see what we're up against.
You see that you can see nothing. Your adventurous intuition tells you that you'd actually seen this when you were back down the sewers. You remember the sorceress was able to create a magical clouds of darkness that were impermeable to regular vision. Something is casting darkness, that is to say.
I try to tell my companions, something's casting darkness.
Hey,
There's no need to
whispering.
whisper. There's no need to whisper at this table. You guys notice that, indeed, the darkness in there is more than just the darkness outside. Oh, okay, it's an object that I can move. I gotta be careful not to move it. So you've got a couple of ways of approaching this. You can just come in through the front door, or climb in through the windows, or maybe try to announce your presence from the outside.
I have an idea. So
Shoot!
this is out of character at first. So I have the cantrip druid craft, and I can create like a faint odor of skunk.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay,
You want to stink them out.
Well, so now in character, Stacy turns at least to Goran and Assisi. I could like bring them out if they are susceptible to not so nice smells. And she grins.
I see. You didn't eat any beans today, did you?
Probably. No.
Goran takes a couple steps back and says, "Whatever you want to do, you have my support, Stinky."
Stacy chuckles.
Stacy, the stinky.
Powerful.
Okay, so with no one holding her back, she tries to stealthily go to the front door or wherever there's an opening.
Yeah.
And then she holds her hand beneath this opening and whispers, "Mother Nature, we need some nice odors from you to bring out the fleas in this apartment."
You do. Mother Nature delivers as per usual. As you create a smell of truly dastardly stink inside, I'm gonna need each of you to give me please a DC 10 Constitution save.
Okay.
Constitution saving throw. There it is.
Just gonna-
Nice. Okay, got this.
Vibing, chilling.
Beaning.
Yup.
The stench is formidable, but not as formidable as your stomach. You can hear some things dropping inside. You can hear a loud as a kind of creature seems to die down. Strangely enough, what you don't hear is the complaints of a person with a very large nose, which we might expect. Well, I guess a trunk is just a very large nose, but you know what I mean. Anyway, you get the strong feeling that it's not safe to go inside. And Stacy, why don't you
Yes?
note down a point of inspiration?
Yeah.
Not that you ever fucking use them.
True. I also
Yeah,
do have one.
We need them later.
Yeah, saving.
She's like a dragon. Why hoarding.
I hoarded, yes.
True.
You come inside. Let me just see here.
Oh,
You see, there's a bunch of creatures inside. Just barely through the darkness. You can see, the magical darkness disappears somehow. And you can see a bunch of the creatures which are no longer. You can see only one creature remains.
Oh.
And in the twilight of the warehouse, a shadowy person steps forward and looks at you. Hang on, do I have this as a? I do. A strange hooded person shows up,
It's
and
green!
cocks their head at you. Hang on. And as she draws a long, what's it called? As she draws a long curved scimitar, I'm going to need each of you to draw initiative for me, please.
damn.
And as you do that, Enter, please do the hand thing again. We're gonna edit all of this out.
Signal to the editor. Editor's note: the editor is me.
The editor is present. The editor is Spock. So,
Oh wow!
Damn, you.
I'm
are
rolling
eager
well.
To go, huh?
I remember last session I rolled nothing but shit, and now the guys are compensating.
That's how it goes sometimes.
very good. So let me just remove all the knocked out creatures from the battlefield. Each of you got a turn. There you go! What's Goran's initiative? I forgot!
It was the
Fuck!
first roll, I bet. The 22.
Definitely.
You wish.
Aw.
So that's a 10,
Listen, a girl can try.
Yes.
22, 18. Zizi gets a 14.
What?
Ante gets a 23.
Yep.
And yeah, 13 for Stacy. Stacy's initiative. God, it's going on. That was awful. Anyway. So, Ante, you can do the hand thing again.
I give you the hands as well.
Thank you. Next session, I'm gonna have my own webcam. I'm just gonna hold up cards. It's gonna be
Nice.
way easier. Yeah, I killed Chip. What are you gonna do about it?
No, Chip, no.
Take
So-
a sip of water every time Chip dies.
Oh, stay hydrated.
You gotta piss so much, girl.
True.
Don't be so much,
yeah.
girl.
The magical darkness has been dispelled. There's a foul stench in the air, and you begin to fight these mofos.
All two of them.
So, Seti, it's your turn. What's it gonna be, Snake Lord?
I can already dash 50 feet.
You can dash with a
even
bonus
dash, I
action
mean move.
50.
Only.
Oh yeah, dash would be 100 feet, wouldn't it?
Yeah, indeed.
Motherfucker. You motherfucker. You son of a bitch.
I wanted to act normal, but then I was like, why would I if I can just straight up start running towards the shadow and punch it in the schnoz?
So scary.
It's scary.
And with punch in the schnoz, I mean shank it with a dagger.
Let me just add a little friend here. Okay. So yeah, you run up to her. Give me the attack roll, please.
Alright. Attack roll.
You know, this is
No,
2100.
Okay, that's not the way to do it, apparently. Come on.
Dagger.
Dagger.
We're learning so much about this dagger.
Oh my god.
Okay,
So,
wait. Did I have something for this?
For an audio-
Bangle of Hidden Strikes is once per short rest, I believe. Second short rest.
My bangle.
You have! Shut up!
My bangle has been used.
Oh my god. Okay.
Give what the enemy
Unfortunately, a critical failure does not hit.
Unfortunately. But I did
Unfortunately.
try to attack, so I could do... Yes, I have the key
could
points
also
to do
Inspiration.
Flurry of Blows. I don't think I have an inspiration.
I think you all have at least.
Oh wait, I
one.
have an inspiration.
You probably do, yes.
Yeah, I have
Yeah,
one. Yeah,
fuck yeah, dude.
I'm gonna use it.
Yay!
So inspired.
Here.
Tell you what.
Ah, voila, 21. Much better.
Hits. Roll damage, please.
Dagger!
Dagger!
I have to type the
Incredible.
combat. Okay, 6 piercing damage with a dagger, +1.
6. And here in post, can you speed this whole combat up and put the Mario RPG combat music over it?
And then I'm gonna use my key points to do unarmed strike. To do flurry of blows, I mean.
Yeah, unarmed is free. It's free if you
Yeah.
already hit.
+5. So that's a 10 and the 23. So the 23 hits.
Nice.
23 hits. Roll damage, please.
And that's 4 bludgeoning damage.
Let me just see. Good, she's not resistant. Every now and then I have to be like, oh no, sister, you can't make them resist against everything, they're just little guys. And I remember how you stomped Goodman. So.
You're allowed to have some resistances.
I love some resistances. Is that all?
Yep, that is all.
You can see the darkness be replaced by twilight as Seri immediately, seemingly possessed by a demon, springs into action. You can see the normally slow and kind Seri become a killing machine as he comes in and immediately strikes a shadow in the face twice. And she looks kind of perplexed by this, though. Not much of the worse for wear. Speaking of him. Did I give you legendary actions?
Uh-oh.
Oh well.
So,
Hopla.
oh, I just noticed it says here, Aura of Darkness, Cloud and Constant Shadow, all attacks on this character have disadvantage. Anyway. So, first of all, she's going to Shadow Step. Let me just see the thingamajigger. Auspicious! Gonna move right over here next to one of the beams.
Very well.
You can see a yellow twinkle in her shadowy eyes as she casts Bane on the 4 of you. So please give me a charisma saving throw. I'm gonna roll
Charisma
for
saving
Aura.
throw.
Oh, not
no.
charisma saving throw.
On the 4?
I love putting them in there.
15.
What?
It's okay.
It's a 10.
Oh, but this is charisma. It's not the saving throw. The saving
Oh.
throws are in the extra box
Oh,
under
you're right,
your.
you're right.
It would be the same for you, wouldn't it?
would.
Because you're not proficient at saving throws.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it in the fucking list.
Hey, you got a 10 on a -2. Not bad. Not bad at all. Unfortunately, if any of you got below a... If any of you got below a 20, you're gonna have Bane.
Yeah.
Oh,
Womp
okay, Bane. I see. Oh, where's Bane?
Mandatory. Mandatory.
Oh, it's but it's not
mandatory.
a extra condition. What does Bane do?
Yeah, what does Bane do?
Think anti-bless Think bless, but bad.
Oh no.
Also, always disadvantage.
Curse.
Always minus d4.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Always minus d4. Okay.
On attack rolls or saving throws.
Yes. Let me just see. I'm just gonna give you a wrench.
No.
Get wrenched.
Get wrenched. Ooh.
get us
That's
easy.
because we have Azizi with us.
Yep.
Very good. Bonus action, and that's going to be it. It's now going to be the creature's turn. The creature's gonna
Creatura.
squeal. You can see it's a it looks like a skitter, a kind of velociraptor, but instead of front claws, it actually just has like mantis like sickles, and its head is the head of a snake. It skitters over to you, Stacy, and it's going to. It's going to attack you with its claws. Let me just
Yeah,
see here.
try it.
It's gonna try it. It's gonna hit a 9.
Well,
Fine.
as the raptor tries to claw Stacy, she elegantly jumps away from the claws.
Nice.
You do a little like Sailor Moon like pirouette.
Yes.
It's like really well animated. You get like a still where it has like a sparkle effect on it, and you can see Stacy twirling out of the way. It's really cool.
I'm impressed.
Me too. And that's the only attack it gets. What you did really well when you took out the rest of its pack inadvertently, because the more are in its pack, the more attacks each of them get.
Oh,
Ooh.
that would have been
Yes,
something.
the stink form.
But also, I balanced this fight so I just could take minions out the less of you were there. So you just went in S3 instead of 5. So I'm okay with making it easier. Azizi, it is now your turn.
It's now my turn. I will step up to little bro over here and hit him with my thunder gauntlets. Square on that snake face, you know, aiming for the snake face.
Okay.
No offense,
Remember, we
Zane.
ruled if you make an attack like that, you can use another bonus action to make another attack like that.
Yes.
Okay. Give me the hit, boy, and save my soul.
Yeah, I'll try my best to hit. I roll hit DC first, yes. But then I need to subtract. Fuck, man, that's gonna be.
You can do it. I
No, I
believe in you.
can't do it. Actually, it didn't show up, did it? But, no, there it is. Okay, that was a natural
7.
one. By the way, plus.
Okay. That will miss.
Yeah. No shit.
No nice.
But I can try again with my bonus action. So
Correct.
I will do that and hope that it's better this time. But I need to just subtract
1d4.
1d4.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. Roll
It's like the first session you were here where you wanted to add a 4 instead of a d4 every time for your bless.
Yeah. I
Son of a
rolled
gun.
So is a 14.
Oh, you want to roll it? Okay, I see. Yeah, no, that still hits. Not giving me the time of day. I see.
Yeah, the target must roll a d4.
Oh.
The rule is the target must roll a d4.
Also we must do it, yeah.
Danny, I'm the rules, and I say, fuck that bitch boy in particular.
Thank you.
Roll
I just
damage,
wanted
please.
to take this horrible burden off of you that you had to click a button. Well, it's a 6. 6 thunder damage.
Thunder damage. I thought it would be lightning. That's very interesting.
Thunder.
Thunder
Not bad.
and lightning, very, very frightening.
Meep.
Galileo.
Galileo.
Galileo Figaro.
Which puts it at this number now. Okay, you see, Azizi stepping over. He reaches up with his boot, which starts crackling with lightning and misses it. The skitter just kind of runs around you, and then you grab it with your gauntlet and and wrangle it a little bit, and it escapes your grasp, but it's still a little bit worse for wear. Nicely done. You look extremely annoyed, I reckon, at this little shit just
Oh,
running
absolutely.
around you. Stacy,
Yes. So
what you doing?
I will cast Entangle starting from this point because it has a 10 feet radius, if I understand it correctly.
Magnificent. Yes.
So it only will affect our baddies.
Nice.
So let's see what happens. Ah, yeah, it will just. Yeah, okay. So you see Stacy, she goes down on her knees and pushes her hands towards the ground, and she whispers, "Come on, little roots, help us a little bit out."
From the slightly overgrown and not well taken care of, like kind of sandy, gravelly ground of the warehouse, you summon some roots that come out and absolutely restrain the little shit. And I'm going to give him a net. As for the shadowy figure, ha, that's fun.
Of course, I can't entangle the shadow. Ooh,
No, you can.
You did.
yes, I can.
Oh, yippee!
Entangle means they can't move and can't use reactions, right?
A creature in the area when cast, the spell must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained by the entangling plants. Blah blah. A creature restrained by the plants can use its action to make a strength check against your spell.
Okay, so it's just restrained.
Yes.
Let's just say no reactions.
Okay.
Okay,
That's
no
good.
reactions and zero movement. You did see her teleport before.
Yeah, we see what will happen.
We'll see.
We'll see what happened.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Yes, I want to go to safety, like here.
Okay, the slit is going to get. Oh, yep, no, it's not.
Yes.
It won't get an attack of opportunity.
And
Very
let's
good,
see, can I
Stacey.
do anything else? Probably not, but I
Uh,
quickly check my bonus actions. Yeah, I can do nothing else. That's all.
You would have a healing word, but no one's been damaged yet. I don't
Yeah.
think.
Yep.
Goran. Goran is. You can see they come in here. They see the fucked up creature and the shadowy figure. At first, you see them smile as Seti just lays into her. But then they see her teleporting and they go, and they start growling, and the growling turns into like. It turns like really animalistic, and they use their bonus action to rage and turn into their bestial form.
Ah, yeah.
Pog.
So you can see they grow tail, they grow tail and fangs, and become into kind of a snake type person. Like imagine if a werewolf and a Wanty had a baby.
Cursed.
Kind of
What?
do it, but I think I posted out of this before. Let me just
The two
insert
moods
here.
when hearing that sentence. Cursed.
Truly.
Cot? Hurst? Hurst. Hurst is good. I like Hurst. And they're going to use a measure of movement to get over there and just fucking bite the shadowy figure. They're going to
Chomp
do that
chomp.
at disadvantage, which is going to be. Okay, they can make
disadvantage.
because of the aura that the shadow figure has. They're basically
Oh.
always obscured.
Oh, okay.
They seem to be made of shadow. That's going to be a. It's going to be a 2d20 KL1 plus 5. I'm going to do that twice. Not hit. every time they are about to get their fangs into this motherfucker, she seems to become immaterial. Seti, it's your turn.
Alright. Now I only have 40 feet movement,
Oh, boohoo.
which is enough.
Oh, I forgot to detract the bane, but also, not like it would have helped.
I'm going to go to the shadowy figure. Il figure shadowy.
Let me hear it.
Okay.
That was a sentence.
Yes.
Bane is concentration, isn't it?
I don't think they took enough beatings to drop
They took-
concentration.
They didn't take any damage since
True.
So,
casting the spell.
so yeah.
Ah,
But
So
they are
Bane would
restrained,
still be
right?
there.
You have advantage against restrained.
no, it was only no
opponent.
opportunities, right? Okay.
I
Because-
quickly
let's just
looked
say
it
that
up.
You have advantage. They can't move and they can't use reactions.
but
You
with my
don't have advantage,
advantage-
however, because you naturally have disadvantage. So just cancel it out. I'm just gonna
Okay.
I'm just gonna go with the 13. It doesn't matter because it doesn't hit.
Yeah, about to say. Could have taken the first one for the dagger and the second one for the unarmed strike, and neither would have hit.
But I think you should have made a saving throw because you were going into the tangles, right?
Am I? Oh,
If you want to make it, I
Because
think we
this-
can just decide that it doesn't affect
no, wait.
your allies.
Which
Okay.
saving throw?
Probably a strength. Yeah, it's a strength saving throw, and you need to beat
Alright, no, you're-
15.
You're not affected by this.
Okay.
Because you're an
Okay.
ally. Just to save us some dice
Good.
rolling.
That's my turn then. I accomplished
That's-
absolutely nothing on it.
I assume you hiss at them.
Yeah, basically. That's
First legendary action from the shadow figure. She's going to she's going to make she's going to grow a tail from underneath her shadowy robe and
No.
hit you with it.
Oof, yeah. that
So
hits.
deals no damage. Deals no damage. You're now prone. You're now prone until the start of your next turn, Seti.
Yippee!
You can see a tail grows out of the shadow figure and it trips over Seti and he falls out on his fucking ass. It's now her turn after this legendary action and she's going to cast a bolt of defilement on you, Stacy. I don't think she's threatened. Oh, she is threatened by Goran right now. Anyway, tell me your AC real quick.
16.
Okay. Hang on, let me see. Yep.
Arr.
You
No.
take 23 necrotic damage,
Okay.
Jesus.
and you are not. And bolt of defilement is basically like a radiant. It's basically like a guarding bolt. So you're now affected by guarding bolt. Cool
yeah.
beans, but not for you.
Yeah, not
I'm
really.
really wishing Flora had catched up with them.
Caught up, yes. So, and because that isn't enough, she's also going to teleport again.
Of course.
I thought, like, okay, I can either do harm or just go, or just leave.
The answer was yes.
I think I'm
I'll
gonna
do
go
both.
easy on you for
Yeah,
now.
both.
Oh no, she could have used her bonus action to do more harm. Anyway, you can see she, after tripping up Seti, she raises a ghastly hand and shoots a beam of pure darkness at you, Stacy, and you feel something turn in their insides and makes you sick. You can also see there's now a kind of vile aura on Stacy, and you realize that she'll be easier to hit now. Speaking of whom,
Also, she spits out a bulb of blood.
Also, I'm going to need you to give me a concentration check, I think.
On that
Ah.
angle. Is it
And you're going
concentration?
to... It's entangle concentration.
Let me check. It has yeah, concentration up to 1 minute.
Indeed it is.
Okay, please give me a D12 concentration, DC 12 concentration check.
Where's concentration? I don't see it. Is
No
it just
idea.
then a
It's a
wisdom
constitution
saving?
check. It's a
It's
constitution.
constitution. Okay, then it's this one. The tangles vanish.
No.
The tangles vanish, and the slitter is no longer restrained. Let me just... I tangled up... Ironically, I tangled up my fingers in my in my hair tie while I was saying all that. Ironic, isn't it?
Very, very, very.
Isn't it ironic?
Anyway, Slitter's gonna slay. He's gonna run
Hey,
right over to you. Azizi, you get an attack of opportunity.
Yippee. Do I just do I need to do something specific there? Is that like just unarmed strike, or can I do a strike
Dealer's
with the-
choice.
Okay, nice. Okay, nice. Then I'll use my fucking thunder gun. Wow, that's not too bad. But you need to roll.
Will definitely hit.
Okay.
Have you detracted 1d4?
No, I have not, because I wasn't.
You know
sure
what?
if I'm
Never
supposed
mind.
to
It
do
hits
that.
anyway. It hits anyway. Forget
I
it.
can?
Forget it.
Okay.
Forget it.
Okay.
You
Forget
can't
about
miss.
it.
You can't miss.
I can't miss. Okay. Then it takes 9 thunder damage.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. As the creature runs over to the creature, to this person just marked by the shadowy figure. He does get a good punch, and like he knocks that thing off its track, but it still runs straight towards Stacy. Looks pretty rough now, but that's not gonna stop it. Ooh.
Wouldn't Azizi also get offhand opportunity attack?
Would he? Do you think you would get an offhand opportunity attack?
I definitely know what that is, and I think I would definitely get it, yes.
It would mean, okay, then roll another attack.
Yeah,
it's
because
a-
you have the thunder gauntlets on both hands, don't you?
This is true. This is true, yes. Bonk. Yeah, maybe not.
Remember, okay, nope. Good call, Danny. Not that it would save him.
Or
I'm
stay.
just remembering BG3 rules.
That's
Applied VG3. VG3 is better than 5e. You can fight me on that. I will win because I have opportunity attacks. Hey, nice shot. Gonna hit you for critical damage,
Oh no.
Oh no.
dealing Are you resistant to necrotic damage at all?
Where are my resistances? No, not really.
Good. You take 14 piercing and necrotic damage total.
Wait, no,
Jesus.
wait.
What?
I use my reaction to use Lifeblood Shield.
Ooh, that sounds
Oh, you're using one of the magic items I gave you.
No, it's a feat.
Yes, one of the magic feats I gave
Yeah,
you.
so I take half of the damage and Stacy only takes half of the damage.
So 7.
7 each.
Okay.
You each take 7 damage. Well done. Nice.
That's good because otherwise Stacy would be nearly flopping on the floor.
Oh, jeez.
I need Stacy alive.
Makes it feel better, so is the slitter.
Good.
It's easy, it's your turn.
I
You're gonna You're gonna
Yeah.
finish it off? You're gonna finish the
Yeah,
job?
yeah. I'm gonna try my best. Although
You
I
walk
think,
over, yeah?
I think I would like to use my main action to cast my little cantrip. I have resistance. I would like to cast resistance on Stacy. So
Fine.
that the next time that she needs to make a saving throw, she can add a d4. There you go. Here, get buffed. I'll help you out, you know. And then with my bonus action, I punch, and then I punch again.
You can only punch if
Can I
you've
not
already
punch?
punched with your action.
I cannot double. Oh, I retract my punch. Wouldn't have landed anyway. Never mind.
You little motherfucker. All right. Anything else? You wanna taunt it?
Yes, actually, I have hit points. I'm not getting targeted. Come at me. What he says.
Give me an animal handling check.
Oh, absolutely.
You wanna fucking shit. Why do you have why does Azizi have a +2 to animal handling? How's that?
I don't know where it comes from.
Great.
Just got it free with my Azizi.
Yeah.
If its little reptile face could express emotion, it would be angry at you.
Good.
Stacy.
Okay, let's see what I will do. Oh yeah, I see what I do. Okay, so since the necrotic is already inside Stacy, you see her nails becoming longer and they are dripping with poison, and she tries to claw at the little guy in the white little guy in front of her.
Thank you for specifying.
Yeah. So, and let's see. Oh, it's a critical hit, even. Ooh, doo, doo.
Okay, no need to detract anything. Roll the attack and double your dice.
So it's 4 acid damage, so 8 acid damage.
Let me just see. Well, you know, it's not resistant to acid.
Yes.
Yay.
Motherfuckers on death's door.
Oh man. Okay, but as Stacy claws to the raptor, she says, "Here, take your own poison."
Nice. Go on.
It hits miserably. We continue now to our favorite.
Wait, doesn't she still have her bonus action?
No.
But I can't
Stacey,
do anything useful. Well, I
you
could
can heal
heal
yourself.
myself. No.
Yes.
I will. Yes, okay.
Danny, for
Wait,
somebody
wait.
who's not in this fight, you have a lot to say about it. Let me just say, it's very brave of you.
She just wants to be involved.
Okay,
I'm
so
just imagining that Xiomara has already fallen asleep.
I'm just making shitty memes about this.
wait, yes, it is healing word, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So plus 6 it is.
Oh, for you. I'm assuming you keep track of your own health.
Yes,
'Cause I'm not.
I keep track of my own health. I use the D&D Beyond feature for this.
Thank you. So Gorn, still visibly mad and visibly a stake, runs over and claws at the motherfucker, just like you just did, Stacy. Maybe even taking some inspiration from you, which I believe is just going to be a +5.
Oof.
Will not hit. Do it again. Hits. And no need to roll damage. It had 1 HP left. You can see Goran comes over running on all fours, and you flinch a little bit as this big snake monster comes running at you. And you see stretches out a claw foot while still sprinting and just punts the little beast to the back wall. Dead. Gives out a last miserable squeal as we turn now to something else entirely.
Let's go.
Let's go, university time.
Flora,
Never mind.
you're standing in the street outside of Crimbley's shop. He's
I
a
don't talk to
yes?
Crumbly anymore.
Come again?
I can't talk to Crumbly anymore.
Oh no, he's standing there with you. You've just tidied up
Just having a
after
smoke.
what happened.
Smoke
Uh,
break, yeah.
The tiefling apologized profusely. The blue tiefling apologized profusely. She doesn't know what happened to her, and Crimbley is just glad he doesn't have to convince her to do anything. And they leave, and you're just out there alone on the street. And Sylvan, he says,
Well, guess this is it. I have to hit the road again, much like you. So, thank you for coming to my aid. I don't even know if it was necessary.
There must be something I can do, like...
he
I
puts a
led
hand on
her.
your.
I led
Yes?
her to you.
You couldn't have known. I don't blame you. Please don't blame yourself. You have a lot ahead of you, and I would like you to succeed despite of this.
He holds out his hand and puts something in yours. And you can see it's a sending stone.
I will give you this as a means of contacting me, and I'll be in touch, I guess. I have 2 weeks to get my shop cleared and find somebody to take it over for me, I guess.
Do you think you'll open shop somewhere else?
He gives you a strange look. But, well, of course, what do you think I am? He chuckles a little bit.
Well, if you end up going back to the Fey Realm, I do have contacts who could probably help you find places elsewhere.
I can't return to the Fey Realm.
He looks somber, he just kind of turns away from you, looks out over the sea and says,
200 years ago I was banished. Your offer is touching, but there's no way for me to return.
May I ask why?
Another time, maybe. Well, you know how to contact me, and if you come by tomorrow morning, I'll have it. I'll have whatever it is I'm making for you ready for you. I will be expecting another story from you, and maybe I'll be giving you one in return.
There was one last thing I forgot to ask you about.
If there's anything I
and-
can do for you, answering questions is the least, I guess.
And I pull out I have it in my notes. Venena, the legendary short sword.
Venna. You pull out a sword, beautifully curved, seemingly made of some either like volcanic glass or has some metallic shimmer of it. It is pure, pearlescent black. He beholds it and his feline eyes go wide as he says,
My goodness. You really do get a lot of Shadowfell artifacts, don't you? Where'd you get this?
Well, You know how I was accused of murder?
He gives you a look.
Oh. I'm guessing you found the murderer and took the murder weapon from him. What a
Well,
delicious
this
stroke of
wasn't
irony.
exactly the murder weapon, but it was the murderer's weapon.
Clever, clever. I can tell you that it is very powerful, and I can tell that there's a lot of blood on it, though it's probably been washed off since. And it is beautiful, but you can tell that from it for yourself. Do you tend to attune to it?
Not yet.
Right. Well, if you ever find out what it does, I'd be happy to find out about it. Well then, time to close up shop for tonight. It's gonna be one of my last nights.
He looks a bit sad, kind of staring into nothingness, and he bows his head and moves to go inside, as you are left on your own.
I'm going to take a short rest and try to attune to the little bracelet that Crimbly gave me.
You attune to it. You look yourself. You look at a quiet corner. It's now about 10 p.m. It's getting a little bit fresh, but you go into like an alley behind a tavern. You can hear the voices coming from inside, and you tap it, and it fits very snugly around your arm. And you can feel the change basically immediately. You have basically been given the power of a changeling. Do you turn into anything in particular?
I would change into like the more elven appearance I've been going for. Like I would retract my wings, like hide my scar.
Your skull disappears.
Keep my eyes like the green that I've been going for. Like hide my true eye color.
You attune yourself a little bit to something you would think you would look like if you were an elf, but also kind of the locals just around so that you can fit in a little bit better. Your skin gets a little bit more sunburned and freckly, if that is even possible. You can see there's now like a little bump in your nose, and your eyes get a little bit, your ears get a little bit more pointy, your hair gets a little bit more curly, and your irises actually have like golden flecks in them now, kind of mixed in with the hazel color. You can also see that you've become a little bit more chubby.
And I'm going because I think the armory is probably closed now. I'm going to go try to find Miss Dell.
You go to a quiet corner, go to the beach. It's a beautiful night. The sand near Morocco is actually like reddish pink. And you sit down, and a little blackbird appears and lands next to you. And a moment later, you look at it again. After you've looked away for a second, you can see Mistel sits next to you and has taken off their mask. We're gonna return to hopefully not Flora cheating on her girlfriend. We're gonna flip over to Xiomara. Xiomara, you're on your own in your dorm room. I assume staring at the ceiling.
I've stared at the ceiling. I've built an entire heist plan how we will get into this fucking vault because I need to get in there. I'm literally obsessed with this.
On your way back to your dorms, you've shaken down all the other professors who, is a little bit weak-willed. You told a little bit about where to find the vault plans. You managed to find your way into the Archmage's office using a key that you didn't know would still work, but it's the one they gave you when you were apprenticing with them. You found
I'm
a few
so
notes
privileged.
You found a few notes and scraps. You've hung them up on your wall. You've got a little bit of, you got a few pins, a little bit of string, and you're connecting the dots, and you realize now, the security is gonna be a bitch. But if you get your party together, you might actually do this. You might even do it tonight.
Oh, I want to do this tonight. I am. No, you do not understand. I've been obsessed with this vault since it was first mentioned like sessions ago. Okay, I had this in my plans for so long. Do I
Right on.
Do I have any idea where everyone else might be, so I can track them down?
You can roll me an investigation check, and after you do that, we're gonna go into another 5-minute break.
First, let
Yeah.
me look at my investigation. Please be on my fucking side for once.
Yes!
Finally.
Wait, I wanted to see the investigation first.
19. Oh, you want to hear what you get? Okay.
Yeah.
Xiomara, you overheard Stacy and Seti loudly talking, like they weren't even trying to keep it a secret, that Seti is a little bit worried about their old master, and that he sent his Dwaga barbarian friend Goran to look for them, and that they wanted to meet them in Infernito. After that, you're just gonna assume you're gonna have to follow the smell of anxiety and whatever sweet treats Stacey was eating. And after that, it's gonna be a joke. So, you make your way down to Infernito, and we're gonna pick up with you reuniting with them after combat, and we're gonna continue with combat after the break. You're back in the warehouse! You're still fighting the shadowy figure. Sadie, it is now your turn.
There's only one target left.
Very true.
Yes.
I can reach it. I will bonk it.
Very true.
Bonk it.
Fantastic.
You're gonna do the old dash and bash?
Yes, indeed. Yol, bash, and slash.
Dash, bash, slash. Give out what for?
I'm still baned.
Correct.
Oh, come on! Alright, and then a bonus action. Unarmed strike.
Neither of these hit, I'm afraid to inform you.
I am getting
then
borked by
there's
the
a
bane.
Okay, it's not gonna be
Aim
a
of your
turn.
existence, huh?
Actually dying.
Miss Shadow is gonna use a reaction. Is gonna use a legendary action again, and well, you know it, baby. You know what she's gonna do, baby.
Teleporting.
Aww.
You're prone again.
Yay!
Dunk.
Never left.
After that, she's going to
Uh-oh. But it's not a friend cackle, so I don't know. It sounds
it's-
worse.
it's evil
What the
Siska
heck?
laugh.
Oh no.
She's
Oh,
going
no.
to teleport away from you again, Seti, and look at each of you and cast a vile curse. I'm going to need each of you to please give me a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution.
Saving
You're
throw.
gonna want to hit a 20.
Please.
Nope.
Gonna get rid of
How
Bane.
about a 7?
Yeah, I can give you a 14. Take it or leave it.
I'm taking that. Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take it. Goran gets a +2 to those.
Well, I have +5 and, you know.
Just misses. Everyone except Stacy, you take, Wah wah wah.
Womp womp.
Thank you.
Oh, that's okay.
Sieben.
Mark off 7 max hit points.
Oh,
Well,
Max
that's less okay.
hit points.
That's definitely less okay.
like, do we also
don't
take
even
damage
know.
of only...
You take 7 damage and it doesn't heal.
Oh, everyone except for me. Okay.
Everyone except for you.
Whew.
Are they still concentrating on Bane?
Yes, they are.
I hope this recovers after the long rest.
Okay.
Yeah, which means that, did you all detract 1d4?
From what?
No,
I had
but
crit, so
You
it
crit, so you
didn't
don't have to.
matter in my case.
Okay, yeah, good. Didn't matter, you're right. And with that, she's gonna walk toward the exit.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Fuck off. Thank you.
Not
It's
worth
your
my
turn.
time.
Oh no, you're not leaving. Okay.
Oh,
It's like she leaves. Maybe she
She's
is
gonna
leaving.
she's
Can
gonna
I?
move to leave. She doesn't have a lot of movement on her own,
Okay. Like,
but she can teleport. But she's out of teleport for this round, so.
I mean, wait. I'll turn to my comrades. Should we let her leave? Can we kill her, or knock her prone, or anything like that? What do you think?
Quick, give me an insight check, Azizi.
Okay. I mean,
Kill. Kill.
I'm waiting for all of you to remember what you actually came here for.
yeah.
Uh,
Do I need to subtract 4 of the insight check too? Well,
nah, man. You know, even if it got reduced by 4 and you got a 17, you would still remember. You would still think that maybe you should just get the elephant guy and go.
right?
Just
Yeah.
leave.
yeah. Sounds like a good idea.
That's kind of what's going on in your mind right now.
Yeah, that is indeed what is going on in my mind. Yeah, I make my way to the elephant. Man,
You gonna
I
dash?
don't quite get there, but yeah, sure, yeah.
You make your way behind the crates, just you suspect that there's a big body over there. You can see there's a unconscious, beaten and bloody Loxodon lying there. Oh no! I just imagined him in the Family Guy pose.
No, don't imagine him in the Family Guy pose.
No.
Is that gonna be a turn, Azizi?
Can I check how like? Can I check if he's okay?
Okay, got it.
Like, medical
You're
check?
gonna need to make
Medicine?
need to make a pretty high athletics check to even pick him up, and then you're.
I mean, I don't want to pick
Your
him up.
movement is
I
gonna
don't
be
think I
reduced
can.
by half if you do pick him up. However,
Okay, I mean, I can try.
if you all manage to pick him up if 2 of you manage to pick him up at the same time, the athletics check is gonna be lower, and you can move at your full movement.
Okay, I'll call people over. I call out to Sassetti, like, hey, lend me a hand.
Sadie, you, by the way, you get the idea that, okay, the fight is basically won. Let's just get my guy and get out of here.
yep.
Stacy.
Retrieve guy.
Stacy follows Assisi, but she's like kinda a little bit limping and holds her belly because the necrotic damage did a good chunk of damage.
You're gonna limp over. You gonna dash?
No, she can't dash. No,
She can't dash?
no.
Ouchie.
Alright,
Tummy
alright.
hurt.
Yeah, tummy hurt.
You move over here.
Yes.
Okay. Garen, of course, does not have the brain cells to realize that this is not the moment. Is gonna dash after the shadowy figure and do another bite attacks.
Please.
We love them.
Gordon is like, fight.
Yep.
Gordon's listening to the voices. The parasite wants to.
Nope.
Gordon!
2 bites, 2 misses.
Poor Goran.
They
I
try.
just wanna help.
Steady.
I have to unprone myself, so I stand up.
Stand up using half your movement.
Indeed. Then I have 25 feet of movement left to get over. Basically towards I can't pronounce his name. Giz?
Gage.
Gish.
Gish.
You jump over the crate and you get to your old master. You and Azizi are now in prime position to pick him up and get the hell out of here.
Indeed.
So we roll acrobatics?
I never said acrobatics.
Oh, athletics? But acrobatics would be better.
Anything
for me.
else?
That doesn't make any sense.
Anything else?
Nope, I just want to get the boy out. Get the guy out.
Okay, Azizi, Sari, please both give me an athletics check.
Oh,
It's
no,
gonna be a combined athletics check. You need to hit a 18 together.
Oh.
Easy
have a
beans.
20.
Easy
Oh.
beans! Why were you ever worried, huh?
I was never worried. I was just
Okay.
pretending.
Only
for
concerned
attention.
at best.
On her turn, she's going to throw a bomb in the middle of the room.
Rude.
Who's to say?
That's really rude.
Let me just see. One of my placeholders. What can I use as a bomb? Surprise Pikachu?
Definitely. Absolutely.
Yeah, this works.
Fire bomb. The figure chucks a grenade of pure abyssal malice at a range of 30 feet. It explodes in a 20-foot radius sphere. Oh. Well, this is not the kind of bomb we have here. You get the feeling that this grenade is going to blow up this whole warehouse.
Aww.
Aww.
You can see, it's like a dark mechanism of blackened gears and starts
Uh-oh.
ticking maliciously. And every now and then you hear the little cry of a tortured soul.
It already killed Chip.
It already killed Chip.
No, true.
No.
Oh,
No.
our first casualty.
And they're just gonna disappear. Boop.
Shit.
So y'all got 3 rounds to get your man out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Alternatively, Azizi and Seri, please give me another athletics check. To get him out within like 1 round, I would need a, let's say, combined 30.
Okay, you give us a 19. I believe in you.
Use your inspiration if you have
I was
any.
gonna say, I have inspiration.
Stacy is gonna give you the help action, I believe, Seri.
Oh.
Yes, I could even cast guidance on one of you.
Okay, let's just say combat drops.
Yeah. And then you can cast guidance on Sassetti.
Yep. Then I cast guidance on Sassetti.
Athletics. Okay, I just rolled twice with inspiration, yeah.
Wow! I have rolled. I have rolled 3 11s in a row. At least with.
Goran is going to roll 2.
I'm about to say I
I
at least
wanna
made it
get
a 12 now.
Yeah, but
Motherfucker.
The guidance.
Rolling.
12 and 17, you're short of 1.
God.
You know what? Goran has a fucking plus 11. Let's go.
Wow. Let's leave.
The best
God,
of all
this-
of us.
Truly.
I mean, you're asking strength
Mag-
based. City's
We
strength
book it.
cringe at best.
True.
Algernon, please make a bomb noise.
What the fuck do bombs make? Boom! Boom! I don't know.
Wonderful.
That's the canonical sound the bomb makes now, thank you.
Tick tick boom on.
Wait, maybe I have something for bomb.
Yes, please.
Let's
Please
see.
don't. Please don't.
Please.
Do it. Do it.
No, I think I have nothing this time.
Aww.
You're not gonna eat my ass? You get out, the warehouse collapses in on you.
Well, not
Shut up,
ours.
Chip.
Aw.
You manage to drag the unconscious Gage out with you, and he slowly gains conscience. Let me just get him.
But I can use this one.
Here comes the
Boy! Hello, boy!
Yes, you can use that one.
Perfect.
He said, he slowly gets up, he looks at all of you and says,
Oh, gosh. Seti, my boy, you came. Oh,
I should ask you first. You seem very battered and broken.
that creature, whatever it was, she gave me a real 1-4, didn't she? Oh dear. I'm alive. Unexpectedly. I was afraid I would never see her again. I'm glad I was wrong. Thank you too, little one.
and he wanly pats Goran on the head, who just looks up, like the pleading emoji. Just
Like
big-eyed
the
goes,
pleading emoji.
"Fuck you." One of these days you're gonna realize that I'm a genius and Goran is a real cutie pie, and you're gonna feel real rude for interrupting me. Anyway. You can see Gage tense up a little bit before relaxing again, says,
I need to find a healer, I guess. I can't quite see through my right eye. But I've got bigger worries. First of all, I should thank you somewhere. What? You asked your friend to find me, didn't you? What did you want to talk about?
I feel like it can wait until we both feel better again. Our health matters first.
You hear the steady chop 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 of somebody in very impractical boots coming along. One moment. No. Simara, you come across the scene of your of three of your friends and of four of your friends standing around a broken and battered Loxodon man, and he looks up and says,
Ah. Wizard, they're a friend of yours?
Yes, a compatriot.
A comrade, even.
Comrade even, yes.
You come in and say, "Comrade, even," and you maybe your tone isn't quite right as you see the man looks completely done. You can see they stand before a completely destroyed warehouse. You get the strong notion that the fight took place here. By the way, each of you should take a short rest, and you regenerate your whatever max hit points you lost.
Oh, thank
Nice. Fort resting.
Every now and then, I just want to remind you of your own mortality. Well, not too seriously. So, that's the other thing.
Oh boy, yeah boy.
So, you stand around this man, Xiomara, you come, I assume you look at his wounds and you say that he'll survive, first of all. Doesn't take an expert to know that. He's probably made of sterner stuff, and a few cuts and a bruised eye won't be the end of him. The tusk isn't growing back anytime soon, but he probably wasn't using that much anyway. And before he passes out, he quietly turns to you, and says,
The child. Did you find the child?
Oh fuck the child.
Oh, Seti. Oh,
Okay.
you had one task. Oh,
It's gonna be
It's-
somebody's dying words to Seti at some point.
it's alright. It's alright. Here. Call for the militia and send for a healer. But have these.
and he takes off his braces and hands you a pair of what are called, braces of protection.
Ooh.
Yeah, there you
The
go.
task failed successfully.
you. Yippee.
Basis
Um,
of the protection or defense.
Defense. That's the one. All right.
Braces of unarmored defense, I think.
No, it's just braces
Come
of
again?
defense.
I think.
Raise of defense. Basically, if you're not wearing armor, which you're not right now, you get +2
Yeah.
AC, I think, or something.
Yeah, it's
now.
bracers of unarmored defense, I think.
Thank you. That's what you get. I had it in my notes somewhere, but I'm not gonna look it up. Fuck you.
I know this because I've played BG played too much.
You paid if you got those braces, you paid the right amount. So that being said, you find you put Gage into the nearest hospice. You can see a lizard folk healer takes a good look at him, says, "Ah, fuck." Bandages him up real good as he slowly passes out to sleep. And Xiomara, as Seti comes out of the sick room, you all just kind of stand around in a circle and you start to reveal your plan.
Before I read my plan, I have to carve for a second. Give me just one.
Unfucking believable.
I'm back. Well, sorry, the sickness does not wait for me, and also not for anybody else. The disease of the mind.
Would you like to think about what you want to say, and for the time being, we cut back to Flora?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Oh,
Laura.
Chip is dead.
Chip is dead. The starry sky above you is half covered. The waves are gently lapping. There's threatening to become a storm soon as you're watching the clouds. And a strange figure sits next to you, though maybe strange in a familiar way. It's the same robes, it's the same figure, but the bird mask is gone. You can see they have their face turned away from you for a while, and you hear them say, oh, things have come down, have they? I never wanted any of this for you. I hope you know this. I'm so sorry. You can see their hair is a large cloud of black smoke that every now and then reforms to have the contours of just a large black shaggy mane. You can see their skin is bone white, but you can only see their neck for now. They turn to you, and their face looks almost exactly like Goodman's. How was your day? I mean, after the fight?
Not good.
It's been long. Met with a lot of monsters. I couldn't stay with you. I had some business to attend to. Turns out after one of my superiors gets beaten in battle, there's a bunch of paperwork to do. They give you a very tired smile. You can see their eyes, same as Goodman's, are pitch black.
If we're in the mood to be truthful tonight, I might as well be truthful with you. And I'm going to take off the bracelet.
You don't have to. You just kind of
I'm going to take off
stop.
both of my bracelets.
Take off the first one. You see, you kind of turn into more of a illusionary, a phase imagination of an elf, and then you turn that off and look down at your hands, and you see your chitinous carapace and your segmented hands sticking out of your garbs, with 4 fingers on each hand. And before you really have time to process that and what it might mean, Mistle nods and says, I see. They kind of shift around awkwardly, say, you're very beautiful. I know I'm not much to look at myself, but... well, that's, I suppose, what the mask is for.
We're We're both strange creatures.
Strangers in a strange land, you might say. But we have each other, right?
Yeah,
We're familiar.
I'm glad to have you as my friend. But, I have my reasons to hide this, as I suspect you have your reasons for hiding you. For hiding your true self as well.
I don't remember what my name was before I took this one. I remember it was descriptive. I come from a tribe of Ergenasi in the old world, back in Mistalfa. I don't remember, it was either this century or the last that I came here and found myself at the service of, well, you know who. I remember it had something to do with mist. You're from the Autumn Court, I take it? You have it written all over you.
Yes.
Must be
Would you
nice.
believe me if I said I chose my name out of a book?
I'm mostly surprised you chose such a bland name. No offense, of course. Any flower? Just any flower? I'm sorry. That was uncouth of me.
Hey, I was choosing between flora or fauna.
Tough choice, I say. Well, I think you made a good choice. They give you a warm smile.
So,
I expect you'll be finishing your side of the bargain then soon. Which means that, or rather, we will be finishing ours, as you will be able to find your companion, and we will be able to ask you of our side of the bargain. I admit, I'm kind of dreading it. I will miss having an excuse to talk to you.
doesn't mean we still can't be friends.
They hold out a hand to you.
I will take their hand.
It is ice cold, but nonetheless, it's your friend's hand. You can see the fingernails have grown into long talons. Kind of like a bird's. Friends. They kind of nod and they say, when you come upon the mouth of the world, well, no doubt you will meet your companion. You will find something unexpected, I think. I don't know that you will like it, but it will be what you're looking for. Whether you know it or not. There isn't much more I can say.
Anyway, you should probably call it for the night. Do you
Good
happen
idea.
to have a place to stay for the night? Unlike you, I can't exactly turn into a bird.
You can't?
You mean you can't?
They chuckle at you and they get up. Are you still holding the hand?
Yes.
They look you in the eyes and they give you a very serious look and say, Flora, do you trust me?
Yes.
You can see feathers sprouting from their face and fangs coming out of their mouth, and they say, then let's fly. For a moment, everything turns black. As you realize you've been turned into a bird, and the two of you fly over the city. What kind of bird do you think Flora would turn into?
I don't know.
Lesbians flirting be like, if you were a bird, what kind of bird would you be?
I would be a cold tit, of course.
yeah.
But
Can like I roll like to see
Roll
like
bird.
what bird I could like think of from like the Fey realm? Remember a bird from the Fey realm?
There's a reason you didn't choose fauna. um, I'm just gonna assign you a bird. I think.
Or maybe
feel
just a
Okay.
blue jay. It's like a pretty famous bird in Canada.
Ah.
Now that it is a blue jay. I was thinking maybe a cardinal,
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
or since you're a hunter, a buzzard.
Oh, it's called the same in English. Interesting.
Well, it's a double Z in English.
Wow, how
Here's a double
fancy.
Z, yes.
Like a bird. I think it would turn to like a bird of prey.
Okay.
So, a buzzard flying after a blackbird, kind of keeping pace. You can see, there's a cold chill in the air, but it's not altogether unpleasant. You've flown a lot in your time as a fae, a person with wings, but this is altogether different. This feels more free. And they take you up to Las Arcadas, and you land down in the, on the perimeter of Roberto and Sophia's house. And you turn back into a fae, and you have enough time to put on back both of your bracelets, and they turn back into their tall Air Genasi form, and put their mask back on. They say, "Thank you for seeking me out."
I'm glad to catch up with you.
They
It's nice.
come. They come
It was
close to
nice
you
talking
and
to you.
come again.
It was nice to talk with you again. Hope we can talk more in the future.
Hopefully, we have more to talk about. They bonk you on the head with their beak. About the sword, one last thing. If you attune to it, you might have to give up a little bit of yourself to gain all of its strength. It might be worth considering. Goodbye. And they turn into a puff of smoke.
See you later.
Alligator.
You hear a whisper on the wind saying, "See you later." All right, you bird. Fucking bird. Look at you, fucking bird. You're back in your new flesh, and you make your way towards your son's bedroom. You can see Sophia is still tinkering out in the yard, and she looks over at you and says, "Where the fuck did you come from, huh?" You know what? Never mind. It's just good night, I guess.
Good night.
Yeah, fucking kids these days. Go to bed. Get your nice long rest in. And we turn now to a hospice down in Infernito, where Xiomara is explaining their dastardly plan to the compatriots.
I'm so good. Can I lead us somewhere where there aren't many people around us?
You go to a tavern and you get a quiet table.
Yes.
Okay,
Stacy, I assume you float. Yep.
Yeah, I sit at the table with like my elbows on the table and my chin in the hands and looking with great puppy eyes towards Xiomara.
So somehow you don't even remember ordering anything. There's already like a bowl of custard in front of you.
Wait, this isn't the
Electro
beer I
shuffles
ordered?
the spoon into my mouth from time to
Yep.
time.
Goran sits there with just a preposterously large tankard of ale.
I join him. Adam. Oh, fuck.
You got some ale too, and we're gonna have some constitution checks later and start talking, Algernon.
Okay. First of all, are you all well? You look like shit, if I can say this.
Everyone's had a short rest. They look fine.
Yeah, don't worry. The hospital fixed us up pretty good.
Yeah, okay, good, because we might have to do some things tonight. I have done a little bit of research in my free time. I do not want to know what you have done. Do not worry. You do not tell me. I'm quite
You'll see
uninterested.
the rings beneath Xiomara's eyes, and one of their eyelids is kind of twitching. They explain this.
Okay.
Silva.
We need to break into the Archmage's vault. Now listen to me. I believe that Vico stole the blue lamp and took it with them. Now why do I do not trust that motherfucker? I have studied under him. I have been his former student, their former student. I would not trust them as far as I could throw them, and I cannot throw them very far. We have seen down in the catacombs in the city, whatever, that they have done some weird shit already with the statues, and we need to see if the blue lamp is still in the vault, because we need to see what we are up against. We cannot go to our next secondary location and then just go there, and the person we might find, we have no idea what's going on there. If they have another blue lamp, this would be deadly if it is as strong as you guys say it is. I do not know. I have not been there. I can only presume what we have been through. But we simply need to fact check if we are safe and if this is possible. I know how we can get to the vault. I have an idea how we can get in. We can do this tonight. We should do it tonight, so that if we get caught, we can just go up and walk away tomorrow when we need to leave, so that they cannot follow us. And we could always say that we are here on orders of the prince. We can just straight up lie. That is a very real option that we still have. But we need to do this together.
One moment. As you kind of finish saying all that, one moment.
Just imagine I'm putting more and more notes on the table and paper spread out.
How much did you write?
I've had all evening for this.
And you didn't invite Flora.
We were kind of busy.
Aziz is just resting his arm on his head. He's falling dead. He's dead as falling asleep. It's been a long day.
It's been a long day. I punched a snake a couple of times. You know.
You know what it is.
You know how it is.
As you say, I have a planet to get in. Somebody behind you says, I don't think that will be necessary. I see Tliani appears and shoots a smile over to you, Seti, before they turn to you, Xiomara. So you've laid your eyes on the blue lamp, have you?
We might.
Interesting. Goran tosses the tankard over at Tliani, who catches it and starts drinking from it too. Very well. You might just get ready, because we have a long night ahead of us, and the matriarch has got her eyes on this thing too. We might be able to strike a deal. What do you say?
It would depend for what purpose the matriarch needs a blue lamp.
Is that relevant?
To me it is.
Let's just say we have concerns about its safety too, and we believe that it is in the best hands if it is with the sanctum.
Why is that?
Because we've kept it before. And while we were keeping it, nothing like the planar vortex ever happened.
Then who started keeping it when the vortex happened?
About 50 years ago, during the Red Hand Plague, Azizi, your eyes kind of perk up doing that.
Mm.
It appeared to be lost. We searched high and low, tried to find, searching every single corner of the city, but we weren't able to find it. We've been trying really hard to track it down ever since. And a few weeks ago, we managed to track it to a curiosity seller in Infernito, here in this very city. Only before we were able to get our hands on it, somebody burned down the damn shop and started the plague. Turns out, in a city full of pyromaniacs, this idiot didn't even fireproof his own shop. They chuckle a little bit. Trust me, we have no such weaknesses. And if you cannot be vouched with reason, we can always pay you. They smirk at you.
Yeah, I believe this is a topic that is far beyond being paid for. What proof do you
They
have
look
that it
very
might
surprised
not?
at you saying you can't be bought.
Wait, are we getting paid?
This is the only thing that I cannot be bought for.
Damn!
Do you have any tangible proof that it will be safe in your hands besides stories of the past?
I can show you our own vault and show you that it is impenetrable.
I would be up for that.
Perfect. I can take it there right now. And while we're down in the Undercity, we might as well make preparations for the heist. I understand your quest takes you far away from here very soon, which might even work in our favor if you're already gone. And I have my own plans on how to get into the vault. I've attempted it many times, of course. The traps are a little bit beyond one single operative to take care of. Hence why.
The goal
And they
seems,
point their hand over at Steady. We're now sending more help. So, party, what do you want to do?
I vote we go with them.
So you want to go with Clearney down into the Undercity, have a look at the vault, gear up for the heist, and then take whatever shortcut Clearney has prepared right into the vault to steal the damn lamp.
That sounds reasonable. Yeah.
And you're all in agreement with that.
Daisy will go with Xiomara, and with that, she orders Pelligro to go and fetch the Mind Rend spell scroll and one of the Healing Word spell scrolls, and hands them over to Xiomara for her studies.
How was that? That's one spell of Healing Word and one spell of Mind Rend?
Yes.
Okay, Mind Rend I think is a 4th level spell, but sure.
Oh, it was a level 3 spell scroll.
Oh yeah, Mind Rend is level 3, I remember. Cool.
That's so nice.
I know.
How touching.
I will remove
Even
it from my
after-
inventory.
Even after all of my lies, I still have people behind me.
Yeah, very cool.
The thing is, Stacy considered okay. Xiomara lied a bunch herself, and she now says another person is lying, and Xiomara knows a lot about lying. It makes sense.
Takes one to know one. That being said, I think this would be a nice cutoff point for today's session.
I am getting
Mind
very
you,
tired.
for the past 3 sessions, we're still in the same day.
Yeah.
Yes.
We have
Before
so
we call
much
it
to
for
do.
today, I would like to wrap a few things up. Thank you again for
cry.
playing with me. I didn't cry,
Sorry.
but you got pretty close to getting me emotional. And I believe that one goes to Xiomara, who just really shocked me this session with how selfless they were being.
Damn, okay.
That's the sound of somebody.
I was not expecting this, to be honest. But
like
yippee!
that.
Wait,
Damn, the fucking
wait.
character growth. Fucking character growth.
Yippee!
But
Yes,
only because I
applaud
want
yourself.
something at the moment.
First things first, I hate to do this to all of you. Homework in the next session, level up. You're all level 5 now.
Nice.
And trust me, the dangers ahead are really gonna require that. Step 2. Xiomara, why don't you tell me?
Oh, I can shoot 2 arrows now.
Cool.
You can shoot 2 arrows. Xiomara, why don't you tell me 3 skills?
Okay, wait. Good that I'm already in like the skill tree. I don't know how to call that. Deception,
Yeah.
insight,
Yes.
and um perception.
You are now proficient in those 3 skills. If you already have proficiency, you now have expertise.
Okay, wait. Ooh, wait. That was. I need to write down what I just said.
Yeah.
It was deception, insight, and perception. Okay.
Perception, deception, and insight, which doesn't end on deception.
Oh,
Insideception.
very nice. Very nice. Oh, this would be so like helpful actually for my plans.
Oh no, there are plans.
And we will see y'all next time for the heist of the blue lamp.
Yay!
Except
Bye.
for
Yippee.
just having a nap.